That's enough of that. We don't need more jazz. Although I do... That's unreasonable. I do quite enjoy the jazz, but, you know. Regardless, it is over now. It is time to get down to brass tacks, down to business. It's Dota 2. Yeah, we're back for the GFG. More GFG. Seething here to feel the burn and chew bubblegum, and he's all out of bubblegum. I feel like it's perfect that you're able to feel the burn up against the George Foreman grill. Or the George Foreman plus grill, but I don't know, is that an upgraded version of the George Foreman grill? Like the George Foreman plus grill? Like the next level. Evening, Jolly. Yeah, this could be an interesting game, I think, tonight. Just gonna turn my microphone down a little bit. I'm talking very loud, and it's maybe peaking a little. I'd say two of the lower ranked teams in the tournament, or at least currently lower in the standings, I believe, or I might be eating my words when I check it. No, I'm spot on. I'm spot on. GFG not played quite as many games yet, therefore we can't get an even check on the balance between the two. But GFG currently 1-3 for games, and Bernard currently 0-6. So could this be Bernard's first win this evening? This could be a historical moment, a glorious event that we are about to bear witness to. I believe we're currently missing. Oh no, I'm just confusing Discord names compared to official Dota 2 names or Steam names, I suppose. I thought we were missing Obnot, but Obnot, I believe, is in there and present under one of his many aliases, I'm sure. And I think we got both teams here and raring to go. Nobody has pointed me towards a lobby yet, though. So we will be waiting on that one. We got some Bernard stands in the chat already. Oh, Sila is in my party. Have we got any GFG stands, or is GFG standless this evening? No supporters. I'm sure there'll be some support. Oh, here he is. It's big FD Sila. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I had you muted. Go again.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah, he nailed the word devil the first time he said it, chat, I swear.
The devil. Yeah. I was happily enjoying my Dream League, and then I was like, wait, is it? I have no idea whether or not it is actually 8 p.m. today. And then
no, I told you, 19:30. God.
You told me when? At 19:20.
Is that what I told? No, I told you earlier than that. When did I tell you? At 18:20, I messaged you saying, by the way, it's 19:30. So you had an hour and 10 minutes to get it together on that one.
I did.
Give me a G, give me an F, and then we get a G, and we got an F. Is there another letter in that scene? Give me another G.
George Foreman Grill.
Woo, G2. Excellent. Yeah, are you aware of the teams this evening, Silent? Do you need me to run things through for you? Since you were late, you know.
I could always use your run through because I haven't played a lot of these with a lot of these people for a while.
So we've got GFG, tournament organizers, 10-year-old esports organization, up against the funky fresh team on the block, the fresh-faced, brand new, uncoordinated Bernard. Feel the burn. Yeah, Bernard just fully formed together the misfit team, the underdogs, yet to win a game.
No. Okay.
So tonight could be the night. This could be the night. Is that a High School Musical song? I'm sure it is.
Asking the wrong person there, my friend. Is this yet to win a game or yet to win a series? Or
yet to win a game. Neither of them have won a series. But George Foreman have taken one game away from the glorious FGF.
The glorious oh yeah,
GFG versus FGF went 1-1. G2F for the grill.
I
Yeah,
see.
I'm.
I see.
I think it's gonna be interesting.
FGF. Do you want to talk about how FGF just doing?
Oh, I don't need to talk about FGF. It's fine. We're gradually improving. I think it's all okay.
All right.
Bernard, we've got Pen, Rami, Bernard Humperdinck, Bernard Sorcerer, who I believe was Bacon Sorcerer, but has rebranded specially for his role in this team, and Door, who in Discord is you left the door open. I think you got to be careful not to leave the door open to him, otherwise he just wanders on in. Yeah, Pen, Rami. Yes, this is all. I'm just double checking that we don't have any stand-ins tonight, but I don't believe we do. I think we got some full teams here.
Full teams.
Well, it's impressive because Bernard had only been playing at about 11 p.m. or later for quite a while. And now rocking in at 7:30 with a full team. I mean, it's impressive.
Was this something you've experienced FTF? Did you have to?
No, we haven't scheduled our game with them yet, but I was worried about it. I was going to be very firm and difficult about it.
Let's go. We are ready for Bernard.
Ooh, Rami actually in the Purge Guild.
The actual Purge Guild. Wow.
The Purge, yeah. He's not even just in there as a member. He's in there as a Purge gamer. One of only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One of only 10. So arguably, I'd say that puts him in Purge's top 10, surely.
Famous person that we're playing with.
I mean, not just a famous person, famous Dota player. Ex-pro of Team Zephyr. The good old days. Heads up, guys, points don't work on here, and I don't know how to refund them. They don't work on this screen because in the middle of the Dota game, I don't want a Vengo's Assembly to play because it's the shitty flute version. Time Twister, I'd love to refund your potatoes if I knew how. I need a moderator. I need a moderator who knows how to do this better than I do, basically.
So wait, do you have to refund the potatoes for the commands that they do?
I don't know how I do it.
I don't think that's even possible.
There is a way to do it. Oh, Myro's done it. There we go. See,
let's go.
I call for a moderator appears.
And a competent one of that.
Myro, if you're hanging around when I say so, you could set up a little cheeky prediction for me, just for which team's going to win. But we got to wait until we get through the draft.
Give us Gamba. I mean, they can already open it. You can already gamble before they see the draw.
Well, we could, but I feel like we then have to guess how long the draft is going to take because I would like to give some people the chance to wait until they've seen the draft. Oh, we've been doing the coin toss. I just can't see it because of the casting channels. It's fine. We don't know what the coin toss was, but we'll find out.
Didn't say the chat block. Maybe it does. I'm not aware. Professional casters right here.
One where you bet potatoes, Myra.
But have you, in recent memory, played with any of these people?
No, I've played against George Womanbrill. I've played with Bernard Humperdinck. So that's someone that I've played with. That's it. That's 8 out of these guys. Bernard is firmly Guardian, I believe. But he's a nice guy. He's weirdly, every time I look, because he plays with a lot of guys from the RDL2 league. And 5 seconds remaining. No, sorry, the R2DL league. The R2LD, whatever it is, the Reddit one that's no longer associated with Reddit. You'll see him in a stack, and I think he's like Herald or Guardian, and everybody else in the stack will be Immortal.
Okay.
So he's just...
I mean, so
He's either not ranked up because he only ever plays ranked on his own and is hamstrung by his teammates, but is actually a lot better when playing with Immortals, or he just gets regularly brutalized in Immortal games.
He's just a mascot. There's something about these mascots that you just take into Immortal games.
Oh, I thought you said a masochist.
no, mascot. Basically,
I mean, he might be a masochist as well, to be fair, given what we're talking about here, but...
Most Dota mascots are also masochists. That is very true. But just people that you like playing with so much that you even play with them, even if they only experience pain and suffering.
Oh, the poll is up. Maybe a little early, but chat, you're going to have to deal with that. If you want to bet your potatoes, get them in now, pre-draft. You got to do it off the bands here. You might, if you wait till the last second on the poll, you might be able to get in a...
How long is the poll?
Hang on, is this just a poll?
It's just a poll of the...
Myra, we needed a prediction, not a poll. we needed a potato-based prediction. It's fine. We'll get it fixed at some point. Yeah, so first ban techies is wild. Then followed up by a lifesteal and a clock, which is pretty standard. The silencer pick. Oh, I'm sorry, Bernard, but I'm rooting for GFG now. That is a...
This man hates silencer from the bottom of his heart.
There are just certain heroes. It's poor sportsmanship to pick silencer, anti-mage.
Pudge.
Not Pudge. Pudge is fun. Pudge is considered fun. But we've seen a Shadow Shaman ban, a Jackie ban, a Husker ban, and a Wraith King ban. Oh, Prophet ban coming out now. The Jakiro ban, expected. The Shadow Shaman ban, kind of interesting, I think.
It's an incredibly strong hero. If you look at any professional games or even in a lot of... like, he's just strong. Like, the chicken fingers thing, the fact that you don't have to buy full stuff because there's other items that can do that in the neutrals pack.
Yeah. Is that?
Yeah. Like you can the full stuff on Shadow Shaman is often you bought it instead of a blink because you need it in defensive situations. Now you can buy a blink and you can have full stuff in defensive situations with Ogre Seal Totem being back.
Right. Okay. To be fair though, if you pick up like a glimmer or something, surely you can like glimmer, and a lot of the time you might manage to get your blink off afterwards.
10 seconds remaining.
And it's the distance is the most important thing, right? This hero needs distance above all else, and full stuff was needed for that.
We are taking some time here on these bans. Potatoes are going in, largely for George Foreman right now. This is the actual prediction chat, if you want to get that in.
Seen a lot of supports banned so far, depending on whether you see Weaver as a support. But
I don't, and I don't think most people would.
It's a support. I mean, Core Weaver is good. Don't get me wrong, but it's mostly you should pick it only as a support, and then maybe flex it to a core.
Yeah, I'll get my low rank supports onto that.
It's great. It's so strong. Anyway, we see obviously the Witch Doctor is I think one of Kamayuk's.
No, it's not. That won't be Kamaya UK. That'll be.
Yeah.
So Kamaya, I think technically officially it's Kamaya mid, Sky Carry, Obnot off lane, and Braxian Durambong on the supports. However, GFG tend to just wildly throw these like wherever the fuck they want. On the other side, Bernard is a support. I believe Bernard Sorcerer is... I want to say he's playing carry, and then Rami and Pen could be playing anywhere. Ooh, the Chunderlord. Oh, I think they've already done pretty well with this. Did they play this into us? They possibly did.
They played one, or did they play three?
They played 3, I think. 3 or mid. They definitely didn't play it carry.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay. But did they play the right click build or just the I'm a tanky boy, I have auras?
You know, it would probably be great if I could tell you that.
Okay. Never mind. I thought maybe I feel like if you've experienced the right click build and it was good, you would have known. You wouldn't still know. Whereas the aura build is so boring that I'm okay with. I'm considering that you would forget that. AA obviously
AA coming out.
Like if you look at AA, Jakiro, and Silencer and Shadow Shaman, these are kind of the most picked heroes in the pro scene right now, and they're just really good at all overall. The only one that's missing is Ringmaster, but I don't believe we have a lot of goons that have played quite well, or a lot of people in this tournament.
I don't think there's that many people who actually like him that much.
I also don't like him that much, but he is very, very strong. He's
powerful. The Medusa! I was really rooting for Bernard to take a game tonight, but when they're just going to pick out Silencer and Medusa, I mean, guys, I hope it's an offlane Medusa.
I mean, the others have picked Witch Doctor Underlord. They're not that much more exciting.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're 3 players yourself.
I don't feel as bad about them, but...
Have you played 3 Underlord and have you played 3 Medusa? 3 Medusa is much more fun playing.
I have not played either of them as 3. I think I've played Underlord once. in my life. I don't like 3 Medusa, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's
Time now for the
good.
team to
It
choose.
just doesn't do what you want it to do on a 3, or what I want a 3 to do anyway. But I just think it's weak as a carry anyway at the moment. But I'm guessing that... Actually, no, I think that might be a support shaker, and then...
What I'm
Yeah,
guessing
maybe
right
offlane
now.
Deucer, and the monkey could go either mid or carry.
Because it's very
10
clear that
seconds
they
remaining.
if they did this like I think it is, it's a very nice play to
5
do.
seconds
To
remaining.
pick the Medusa when you haven't picked your carry, the Monkey King should be mid, Earthshaker should be support, and then hope that the enemies pick Anti-Mage and then just kill the Anti-Mage. Because they didn't ban it before picking it, which is not something you need to do because Anti-Mage is not good enough to be banned out. So if they now see the
Yes.
Medusa, pick the Anti-Mage and think we're smart, you can just punch the Anti-Mage with a good carry and and be happy.
Yes, any teams getting beaten by an anti-mage really need to get their shit together. I couldn't imagine that happening. Just,
I mean,
just
it is
sort
a
it out, really.
classic noob stomping hero, so it can do very well.
Chat calling out that Kamaya's Invoker is still in. It was picked, I believe, last night. I wasn't able to watch the game as my game started 30 minutes after it, but I'd be interested to get a chance to see it. I don't think we will, as I'm going to guess that's a mid-wind ranger and they're still left to pick a carry.
They're either left to pick a carry or 3. This Underlord could still be a 1 if I don't know if they play it, but it is a very strong
Radiant
one.
team ban.
Very good against Medusa. Doesn't really care about her in lane because you do have the region to focus up on it. Also, it kind of just doesn't care about the global silence as much because you dump your stuff and then you silence yourself because you buy your Master's Madness. So the
Right.
global silence doesn't. You don't really care about it.
10
Slark
seconds
ban,
remaining.
I feel, is interesting because I think the Slark would actually be quite good into
5 seconds
Bernard.
remaining.
So it could have been a good
Radiant
pick
team
for
ban.
GFG, but I guess if they're not going to
They
pick
ban
it,
the Anti-Mage.
there comes the AM ban.
The Slark ban tells me that it's an Underlord 3 because Underlord against Slark, as a 3, is horrible. The Slark just feeds off of you.
Okay.
Dire team
To
ban.
purge everything you do, heals back up. So I would assume that's an Underlord 3 and we're looking for a carry. Now on both teams, if it's a Monkey King mid, it could obviously be a 1. Wouldn't hate it. It's not bad.
I quite like it as a 1, but I think I guess it depends who's playing it.
Both teams
10
are definitely
seconds.
thinking it's a
Wait,
one
I'm
that's
sorry,
last
8
pick because
seconds.
both were
Yeah.
ban
Actually,
ones.
and it's
You even have a
never
Jug
never
ban.
mind.
Who the
5
hell
seconds
bans
remaining.
Jug? But I guess.
I mean, hell, we could be completely wrong. It could be Silencer mid, and Bernard could be yet to pick a
It could be-
support.
Dire
Could be
team.
Earthshaker
You
mid.
can do wild things, but
It could
you
be
shouldn't.
Medusa mid. Who's going to rule it out?
It's always possible to flex. I feel like off the good cause, probably the best one that's still left
10
is
seconds
Ursa,
remaining.
and it would be quite good
5 seconds
against
remaining.
against GFG, so they might just pick it to deny themselves.
Yeah,
For
I
them.
think you want something that's just going to be able to power through like the silence, something that's either going to want to get a BKB quickly or have that like resistance to it. But Lifestealer and Jug already gone because you don't just want to be getting stunned 24/7. If you're silenced and then stunned and you're relying on spells, you're just screwed here.
You have to assume that the silence is the first thing you see when they go on. The first thing you get affected by. So you kind of want a Manta by it, but obviously
Patience while the
reverberating
radiant
I was going to say
silence
reverberation.
doesn't help.
Oh.
Okay, that Bloodseeker is pretty good against the Monkey King, obviously. I did think about it, but it does struggle against Medusa.
He does
It
come
really
with the
doesn't do-
silence, which is nice.
It's also not really a Manta buyer. So when you get silence, and
10
when
seconds
the
remaining.
fight starts with a silence, global silence,
I
5
don't
seconds
really do
remaining.
anything.
feel
Bloodseeker.
like they're assuming that they're not going to get the silence off because
yeah.
like they're not going to get rid of it because they'll purge the first one and he goes to reverberation and then you're stuck anyway.
Yes, sir.
Phantom
And there's
Assassin.
You may
PA.
now select your heroes.
Pretty decent against obviously a PA great at killing Ancient Apparition, great at killing Witch Doctor until he has his Voodoo switcheroo. I'm hoping they switch these positions up. I don't know which is Braxy, which is Durenbong. Do you know? It is 4-5, 5-4.
No idea.
Good.
I'm gonna guess I don't know. I can't remember.
I'm gonna guess that Braxy, the Witch Doctor practice usually in these tournaments suffice. But I would hope that they send the Witch Doctor onto the 4 here, where it can do a lot against Phantom Assassin. And if it gets good items, it will not struggle in this game to keep himself alive. You do have to take the different facet on Ancient Apparition. And you're running out of time to do so. Do not take Bone Shell. All the others so far looking good. Demon's Reach. I mean, it could still be a 1 Underlord, and they send, but no, opposite 3, right?
I mean, let's talk about the main thing we need to be considering here. Skins. We're missing a skin on the AA and a skin on the Medusa, so I mean, it's pretty balanced here. It could go either way.
I mean, Underlord also only has a hammer. And the rest is big default.
Skins mean wins.
Skins? I mean, Medusa doesn't have a good skin. So I'm okay with that. AA has pretty damn good skins. You can spend some money on that. Alright. Okay, let's see these items. AA has chosen to go with Bone Shell. That is not what you do ever.
So, coming out the gate, we got Obnot on the Underlord, we believe going pos 3, Kamai UK going mid on that Wind Ranger, Jiren Bong, we don't know where he's going to go yet, but support AA, and Scotty on the carry, Bloodseeker, possibly going to be with Braxy on the Witch Doctor, but again, the Witch Doctor could go anywhere he wants. On the other side, for Bernard, feeling the burn tonight, we've got Rami on PA, Pen on Monkey King, door, or believe that's leave the door open, on the silencer, pushing up very far there. I mean, it's a bold move. Bernard Humperdinck, our low rank enjoyer, rocking that Earthshaker. And who have I missed? It's Bernard Sorcerer on that pos 3 Medusa.
30 seconds to battle.
No one fighting. We've got some wards up.
Oh, the fight will happen when potentially when the bounty units do spawn.
In the river. My God, this silencer is bold.
I mean, this is a classic, good recognition that there's nothing on the enemy team that can kill you level 1. You're not gonna get it unless someone walks up to you. The only thing you have to be scared of is a teammate walking close to you. Then the potential the cask could kill you. Otherwise, the other team does not have anything that really scares you. Level 1.
A little bit of damage going each way, but nothing really to write home about on that one.
Could also just be that he is mad and just does these things, regardless of team.
So we got Silencer down here with the PA and not being backed up by Duran Bong. So that is the opposite of what you wanted, I believe.
Yep, it's also he's gone for the wrong facet, although he's the facet that is usually not taken on AA, which reduces your strength if you get hit by his attacks or abilities. Ooh, Door choosing a weird way to go around. That's
bit of damage there. Courier now coming in. Courier possibly in trouble. Oh, that second right click, I didn't think he was going to get it off. But the Courier going down. I've not taken a bit of damage in return, though. Top lane, not as interesting. What are we expecting from this mid lane? Monkey King, a strong laner, but into a real ranged hero?
It is... He's gonna get harassed a lot by the power shots, but in general he should be fine if he doesn't die to them. So if he just need to get by enough regions to survive them, and then you're fine, because that's all that one really has.
Okay. I mean, we'll be looking for that big old power shot knocking down a tree the Monkey's sitting on at some point in the game, but I don't know if it'll happen.
Not impossible.
Remains to be seen. Yeah. PA in the bot taking a little bit of damage here. I think just sort of general harass being given back by Door on the silencer. I mean, a lot of back and forth here. But I
mean,
no
the
real...
bot lane's definitely where they fight them most, but the PA will struggle a bit to help early. Once you hit level 3, you can definitely help. Ooh, close to a block on Bernard Humperdinck at top.
I don't know if they get anything with the block, though. Do you know, is this Medusa going to do enough damage right now?
They get good damage. They don't kill anyone first try, but they get good damage. Ooh.
Bongo's coming out. Humperdinck is in deep. Out comes the snake to try and help, but the silence is landed from the Bloodseeker. Oh, very nice route from Bernard Sorcerer. Saving Bernard Humperdinck. It's a real Bernard lane up here. Bernard frenzy.
Dire's top tower is under
Now
attack.
Pen is...
In the bot lane, Door is very low, and he is going to go down. God, that's a powerful right click coming out from AA. Only 48 damage, but I mean, it feels like more. Felt like more there.
I mean,
Probably just because they don't have a lot of health.
That's the
Ah.
you lose a tiny bit of strength when you get hit.
That's what's happening then.
But he loses the AA. Oh, AA is quite far up. Rami could definitely punish this if he wanted to. Doesn't want to.
I mean, he's taking a good bit of damage from the silencer. But he came to lane with 6 tangos. He's ready to go. Ooh, we see Lotus go the way of the Dire in the top lane and the Dire in the bottom lane by the looks of things.
Yeah, the Rami is currently being a bit too passive on the lane and just letting Door walk into trouble on his own.
Door now looking to contest, but he is going to get frozen. Right click from Obnot.
He's not just running
It's
in.
quite a lot.
Door's very aggressive. Oh no, don't go back in.
No, is he going to get caught? He does get slowed. I don't think they've got the cold feet. No, cold feet comes up now, but not with the slow. Is he going to make it away? Yeah, he's going to make it out of that range. He might be okay here. One more hit.
No, there's a Q coming up on.
Oh, the key. Lovely Firestorm going to finish him off for another kill going down on the bot lane.
I mean, Rami could have at any point started hitting any of those heroes, and that wouldn't have happened. But he would have missed a range creep for it. So
I mean, he probably thought that he probably thought he was out.
I think everyone looking at from outside sees the silence is in trouble. But it's a decision you make, right? Whether or not you farm this wave that's coming in, or you help your support. And as a support player myself, I often am on the bad end of the decision made in favor of the wave. He made it there. I would, if I'm silenced here, I'm playing.
We do get the stun, but he is going to make it away. Yeah, I understand it. Also, like whenever I'm playing core, I mean it's never +1, it's usually in +3. But I will quite often sort of finish farming. Like I'll farm as long as I can. Oh my God, Scotty's low. They do miss the root from the Medusa, and he throws out the Blood Right just to keep him at bay. Yeah, I'll farm as long as possible before I have to go and help. I will often say to my support, if you need help, make sure you tell me, because I don't want to have to keep an eye on you. I don't want to have to babysit. I need that focus on last hitting because I'm very bad at it. Not possibly in trouble. Damage coming out from Rami. He is in the Firestorm now with the cold feet. He's slowed as well. He's going to make it out of that. Not quite enough damage to finish off Obnot, though. But Durham Bong taking a beating there as well. They don't have the regen between them.
To go back. Yeah.
It looks like Durham Bong's going to decide not to. He's got a tango. He's decided he's fine.
He's got one tango and one stick charge. Man's
I mean,
hold on.
he's probably just thinking if I can sit in range, I'm going to get some free XP here. So I get what he's thinking, but I also understand that you would always say regen.
Yeah, all of these people are out of region. If any of them regened up and went for the other one, they would die. For example, Door, if he had a tango going right now, he could just kill Durham Bong and Durham Bong could nothing about it.
Yeah, but it's fine because they've got sticks, don't they? So they're just waiting for these sticks to get fat, and that's all the regen they need.
Yeah. That is very true.
I feel like I'm not even playing Devil's Advocate here. I'm playing like Herald Advocate or something. Like I'm not advocating for the wrong decision. I'm advocating for the low rank decision.
I understand why you keep it here.
Fight
this time he's trying.
Lotus again, but Durham Bong possibly in trouble as Rami looking to go further. Out comes the Firestorm, but it isn't going to deter him enough. He's going to get that last hit.
Rami's now level 5, so he's really scary. Because Door died so much. Oh, Monkey
that he's not been in the lane. Yeah, there is a Monkey King here though now on the tree.
He's only level 3, so he only has 1 point in his...
He's looking for more, he's slowed. Jumps in just as Durham Bong is TPing back to lane. Out goes the Monkey King ult from Pen, but I think he's about to get frozen by the cold feet. We do lose Obnot, but Kamaya coming in on the Wind Ranger. He's going to put that ult down onto Pen, chase him down. Pen trying to disjoint, but I mean, you can't disjoint. The attacks are coming in continuously, and somewhere in that chaos, Durham Bong also went down. So a little 2 for 1 there. I mean, nice rotation in by both mids, really. Yeah, I mean, bold to go under the tower there, but I think Rami
I like the idea of making a play for the 7-minute Wisdom Shrine. If they get these killed quickly and they just walk to the shrine, Kamagi can't really do anything. The fact that he gets cold feeded and all the stuff, like cold feed plus Pit of Malice, kind of destroyed the Monkey King there.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good combo.
it's a fine trade.
I mean, this is one of the things I was thinking in the draft. They've drafted it into a silencer, which isn't great, but they have some great control here if they get their spells out.
Ooh, what a power shot to kill Rami.
Did I just...
That was the
He's just off screen, he just disappeared.
there was the last like edge of the power shot, hit Rami, did the 200 damage, and then did the execute.
Yeah, the
on,
execute.
I believe the absolute like max of what it can do. So that was a, what was it? It was a 400 damage power shot. Because 91 pure damage for the execute. I mean, yeah, the Wind Ranger early on extremely strong, but kind of at its strongest point right now. I'm not a big fan of it mid, but it can work if it gets rolling. It's one of these classic stompy heroes. If you ever fall even with anyone, you're kind of screwed. So far, he's ahead. So far, he's good and ahead, and if he stays like that,
I think it's pretty good. Also, the big counter to it would be anybody buying a blade mail, which I don't really see happening.
Yeah, true. No one really wants
now
to buy
just looking to
now.
chase down Pen. Pen going to make his way into the trees, get out of vision. That works very well for him. So I guess invis would be another thing, but obviously that's pretty easily countered and pretty cost-effectively countered.
On bot, we saw the classic story of PA hit 6, sees squishy supports, squishy support
Squishy
dead.
support dies. Oh my god, the kill shot again. Things are going downhill for Pen here, and downhill fairly quick. Let's take a look at the net worth. Yeah, 4k on that Wind Ranger. I mean,
He's not got anything going for himself. The rotation bot helped Rami recover quite quick, or made Rami really ahead on bot. But it did kill him off without getting any involvement in those kills. So he did struggle and fell behind a bit.
But I mean, I guess
one of his supports to rotate over.
You got to consider, right, you know, is that worth it? If Rami's your win condition, which I think is the case.
I think it's quite
Scotty very low here. Whereas I think
But
when you balance it out, Scotty's maybe not as strong. Oh, silence coming out along with the Monkey King. Oh my
no,
god,
the
Braxy just
yeah.
melting. They're not going to quite catch Scotty though. Bernard chasing, but out comes the rupture. But is he going to catch him? He gets him with the stun. The hit's not enough, and the silence comes out, and he can't move. And now I'm not TPing in from behind. Kamaya coming down on the tower. Durambog's come up as well. They're looking to chase.
Door coming through the door portal. Everybody's coming through the portal.
here. No, Door wants to go home. He doesn't like what he's arrived to. Everyone's going to chase him back now. Rami sitting on the other side of this. Out come
they're keeping it to Rami.
But Rami coming back at them. Durambog going to go down, and now Door maybe looking for more. I think they leave this here. Door not with a lot of mana.
Oh, that was the follow through the portal was crazy.
A bold move by our young silencer.
I mean, I like that Door went through it. If the fight continues going, it's great, and he kind of there's no stuns on the enemy, right? There's only that Witch Doctor paralyzing cast, and Cold Feet isn't long enough or isn't quick enough to stop him going back through.
Yeah, I mean they do have the shackle shot from the Wind Ranger.
Oh yeah, true. But I do not believe any of that was considered before he went through. I just like
I
he
think
saw
it might have
portal,
been
he
used
clicked
to me.
portal.
Yeah, he just went. I mean, lovely rotation in from Obnot though, to sort of help secure that kill. And I mean, I was literally talking to Seething about this earlier. He's in our lunchtime Dota game. He's a big Chunderlord enjoyer, and he was saying that when he started playing, he tended to use the ult a bit too sparingly. Like early on, it's the same thing as Ravage. Like it's great if you can get a big team rotation or something, or like a huge fight off it. But at the end of the day, if it, you know, between 5 and 20 minutes you can get 1 kill off it, it's good.
Yeah, basically. It's also a great tool just to keep yourself topped up on everything, right? You can take fights and just put it into base, go into base
go
for 10
home.
seconds and go back.
Going in.
You see another
Out
gang.
comes that silence again. Pen putting out the ult. He does chuck down the stun. Oh, they managed to catch Scotty, but only barely. Burned now possibly in trouble as rotations coming in from GFG. Going to chase him down with the Wind Ranger. Nice bit of damage off the snake. Not a lot of chase though. They're not going to manage to do anything off the back of that. What's this called? Focus fire. Of course it is. Pen now looking for more. He's going to jump down. He's got no ults. Oh, he gets a lot of damage off onto Braxy. He's just healing up at the back there, but no ability to chase, or no commitment to chase. Going to TP away now. He's going to TP away, but GFG with Scotty coming back and now very present in the top lane.
Bottom tower is under
I like how active this Monkey King is being. He's recognized that he can't really go mid again after dying twice. So he's just... Even before that, he was running around wildly and trying to get kills using his ult.
I mean, you know the old saying. Monkey see, monkey do.
Monkey see, monkey... monkey fly. Do the gangs. No, I love it. Great rotation. Oh, we see an Underlord ult all the way down bot. And Rami's in trouble.
Oh, that is a big rotation. Rami going to grind TP out, but it does get cancelled. And just throwing everything on him towards the end there to make sure he died. Just that secure Maledict.
Yeah, make sure that this is an important hero to shut down. He was 1,000 gold away from his Battle Fury. He's gonna stay at this 1,000 gold for the next 40 seconds. So
I mean, they really do need to consider shutting him down. He's not running away with it, but he's doing very well on his farm and his net worth. Compared to, I mean, he's 2k ahead of Scotty almost.
For a second there,
at least 1,500.
Has a Dagon queued up, but he has a means quick buy for sure. It's his default buy is a Dagon 5. A classic. Rami now has to walk out. This instead of a 15-minute Battle Fury, this is now gonna be like a 17 or 16-minute Battle Fury. So,
is that bad? I mean, what should his timing be on that Battle Fury?
You're looking for 13 to be really good. You're looking for anything above below 18 to be decent. So he's still fine.
They want to try and get him there with some fights here. Hopefully some kills. I don't think it's going to happen. The catch is missed. Penn looking to dive it further though. Out comes the silence. They miss the catch on the Medusa. Root comes out from the Underlord, and Penn isn't going to get any further. But they do manage to finish off Durham Bong. I think was that with the Mystic Snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kamaya rotating down here. They're going to check out the Monkey King ult, though. That's going to secure them this tower, as I don't think GFG are going to want to play into this.
Oh, burn it! See the Wisdom Rune. Let's go.
Wait for that to end. Right, Kamaya looking to do something off the back of this. Tower does go down, but they found Ob not waiting in the trees. Get the stun on him from the Monkey King, and the Monkey King hopping into those trees to jump back down. Chased down and killed. Now Kamaya possibly in trouble. Nope, gonna throw the focus fire on the Bernard Humperdinck. Down goes the Humperdinck. Catch is gonna miss on Kamaya, but Braxy coming in from the side. Unfortunately, Maledict's the Medusa, the worst target to Maledict, as he's not taking health damage. Rami, is he in trouble? He's not healing.
TP'd out.
I think he survives. Although he's taken damage pretty rapidly here. Honestly, one more hit and I think he would have died there. Is Scotty in trouble? No, that Maledict on him. I think Scotty died. Oh, the Maledict just ended. They're really trying to pressure this on GFG, but a lot of damage coming out onto the supports there. Bacon Sorcerer, or Bernard Sorcerer, sorry, trying to look to follow up and chase Kamaya, but Ob not going to come in and get the kill onto Silencer while he's distracted. Now trying to keep up a little bit.
A lot of damage. So they have to be really careful, but like scurried on the edge.
Yeah, I mean,
to make sure they get those kills.
It's the snake, isn't it? You get into lane, the snake does 90 base damage. Nobody cares.
It's the root. The root
gets a
does
few
so
levels. Does it as well? Oh,
the root does so much damage. Yeah, damage per second. It does 150 initial damage, and then it does it does another 200 damage while you stand there rooted. It's just 300 damage.
I mean, plus 270 from snake.
Yep, and then probably also meet him. That missed.
I think we just missed. Did we just miss Penn dying mid? I think. Penn. I think we lost Monkey King mid.
What do you mean with Monkey King mid? Oh yeah, he died.
He died. That's what I'm saying. We lost Monkey King mid.
Yep. Yeah, he got.
Fish are coming out, but they're not
really
by the water
baiters.
Comes the pit. They're going to root him as well, looking to get door on the Silencer. Silence does come out, but just going to stand there and hit him on the Underlord. But although trying to turn the fight round, in comes Penn. They do manage to take out the Witch Doctor, but not before he manages to kill the PA in return. Scotty now coming in. They chuck out the...
oh, Scotty has to be careful.
Who the hell has he ruptured? Himself?
Monkey King.
No. I thought somehow it got returned onto him, but not quite.
That tree that's
Kamaya looking to finish off Bernard Humperdinck. That is going to happen. That's why I couldn't find him. He was a bloody tree. He is going to escape. So a good fight for GFG, really. It's shame they didn't get the Monkey King, but I mean, nice to get the kill onto the PA. I mean, anything they get onto the PA right now is good.
There's the Diffuser Blade on Kamaya is doing a lot. Last team fight, he made a huge mistake. or a huge calculation, depending on how you see it, and went on Bernard in a creep wave. And just as Bernard was unstunned from the shackle shot, he did the last hit to make sure that the to burn the mana so he couldn't get Echo Slam.
Yeah.
And in this fight, it obviously the refusal with Focus Fire destroys Medusa quite quickly.
I mean, they got about 1,000 gold there on GFG. They used 2 ults. The other side used 4, I believe.
Yeah. Bernard is struggling to. Oh, Bernard is struggling to get his Echo Slam off, but he is going currently for Blade Mail as his second item after his boots. He doesn't even have a stick anymore.
Now, I feel like he's possibly the only Blade Mail buyer. You could get it on Medusa, I suppose.
On a 4 Earthshaker, though, you don't have the health pool to make a Blade Mail use.
No, this is what I was going to say. His hero is possibly the only Blade Mail buyer, but like I said earlier, I wouldn't have expected any of them to get the Blade Mail, even though, you know, it is great against this this Wind Ranger who's currently causing them a lot of hassle. Ob not headed somewhere. Headed in to try and catch Door on the Sansa, but he's he's going to throw out a tip in return as he just runs away with his haste.
He wanted a ward and got the
Obnot
entire
says,
team
screw
doing
you
it.
guys, I'm going back top. As the rest of his team follows.
So Monkey now has the Refusal Blade completed. We have the Battlefield completed. So we've got a few timings coming out. Got the Rod of Atos.
Oh,
Future
they
Hammer
might get
combo
something on
on
Obnot here. They do manage to root Door. Rami looking, but I don't think they're going to commit to this. I think a nicely placed Pit of Malice has kind of shot that one in the leg. Yeah, I mean, looking at the net worth, Kamaya taking the lead again. I think it's got to just be because they've killed Rami a couple of times in these fights. Like it's been a little rough for them.
He's been getting kills left, right, and center on the map. 6-0-2. He hasn't died yet. So he's doing quite well.
I'm still waiting on this.
They really need to leave Rami alone. That is what Radiant needs to do right now. They need to say, Rami, you have these 2 towers. You have 2 towers on bot or on mid, on top. If you need us, call for us. We are now going to go with a Medusa and a Monkey King and start making plays around the map to make space for you to farm with your Battlefield. They do not need to sit around the Rami right now. He needs to...
True. I will say though, GFG are ready to deathball, and that's going to be the issue. They'd always be 4v5 in a fight. But Ob not going to get caught out here. I think they kind of hung him out trying to use him as bait maybe, but they get the AA ult, which is going to take out Rami.
He should not be joining these
So I
fights
mean, 1
just
for
yet.
1 and a good trade, I think, on GFG's side.
Kind of fine. You're happy with that. Rami did get decent gold out of it, but you keep going. You keep. It's even. It's even. You don't care.
I mean, I don't know if GFG were trying to, like, if Obnot just wanted to go and his team maybe weren't quite in position and he went a bit quick, or if they thought, let's send him up and hope they go on him, or what. Dawn now possibly a bit far up. Oh my god, the Diffusal Blade. Goodbye, Silencer.
This Wind Ranger is scary. You need something to deal with it. The easiest way would be... I think Earthshaker is still going for a Blink, because he could be buying his Chainmail right now. Oh, it's his Blade Mail. I know, it's 2,200 these days. Something around there. So I'm hoping he's going for the Blink instead of the Blade Mail, because he needs to be there and blow up Kamaya, or at least stun him at the right time.
I mean, also,
he's currently not able to do that.
If he's buying the Blade Mail entirely to stop Kamaya, Kamaya has now got a BKB. So your Blade Mail's not really going to do anything.
He's bought the Blink Burger. Yeah, it's also, he's never going to use ult on the Earthshaker unless you're alone, and then it's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
You get the Blade Mail. So you are not the target.
Rami Bot gets caught in the pit. TP's coming in. Bernard Sorcerer in there, trying to do some damage to Obnot, but Kamaya coming in from the side. He's going to cast that Focus Fire onto the Medusa. Pen is in to help. He doesn't cast the ult yet, though. AA ult going down onto Rami, going to finish him off as he gets finished by the Focus Fire. I know that sentence didn't make sense, but you all know what I mean.
I mean, the BKB, the Kamaya is doing is now so far ahead that he's quite easily stomping any hero on the map if he presses Focus Fire on them.
Yeah, I mean, I think, and also he's got this Diffusal Blade now going on the Medusa. Like, it's double whammy, really. I mean, yeah, it's just unfortunate. They lost a support, but they traded the support for it, I guess, and got the Medusa, so like they don't need to worry too much, I don't think.
They are a very early team, and Scotty's didn't have the greatest game. He's the lowest net worth of the core, so he's currently struggling.
At this point, I think Kamaya's your carry.
Yeah, but he's gonna fall off. Wind Ranger falls off quite badly once some items come out on the enemy team, like uses or even nullifiers on Rami is a potential later on. Like this Wind Ranger is on a timer to keep doing this damage, and I don't know if they're on the paddle, but they're not on the paddle enough. They're not quick enough. They're not taking that many objectives. So I'm not sure that they might be like.
Oh, they're gonna see
slowly,
door.
surely, but surely losing.
Sorry, blood right went out, but nothing else. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I definitely agree. Like, if you're into Monkey King PA and a Medusa, you don't want this game to go too long.
They're currently struggling to do that damage to towers, mostly because Wind Ranger doesn't really want to use ult on towers, as that is the only way you kill any hero.
I
you
mean,
don't really wanna put
everybody
that on
in the
full
game is in this bot lane right now.
That is
I would just love
definitely
anybody
not
to
the
do
way to
anything.
play.
Ob not coming in. He's going to land the pit onto the
Good, but
Medusa.
it's a great pit.
In comes the AAL. Oh my god,
slam.
such a big Monkey King ult though. And the slam from Bernard. We've already lost Scotty. Down goes Obnot. Where is this focus fire? It's in there somewhere. Kamaya going to make it out, but they lost 3 in that fight just to get the support Earthshaker. I think he gets away here. Shackle shot in return, and he's going to run down the river. He's got his wind run up any second.
Oh, he's got door chasing. Oh, he's got door and bomb. Unless Glimmer Cape. Yes, he's out. He's out. Let's go.
Finally, we got one of these Glimmer Capes up. I've been waiting for a Glimmer Cape off. They're both up now on GFG. Been waiting for a Glimmer
now
Cape on one
Door's
of these
in
heroes.
extreme trouble. If this Wind Ranger sees you, which it will see from the tower now, you are dead.
Yep, she's running. TP coming in from Braxy. Door in trouble, does get the silence onto the Wind Ranger, but there is no way you're getting away from this. Honestly, I guess his hope would have been to deny to the Ancients, but...
That would have been a best shot, but...
Yeah, I don't think he was aiming for it. Hadn't crossed his mind.
Door tends to be very, very aggressive in his style, and Silence is not... He's not a hero that is supposed to run in. This is where you pick your Tusk, your Clockworks, and your Undyings if
This
you want
is
to
a
play
hell of
like
a
he's
graph.
playing right now. Oh, it's very
Fucking all over
6-5.
the place.
That is a huge network swing. Oh, it's not because it's the scale is so small.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
It's
It's
never
because
serious full fan.
it's barely going anywhere.
The scale is only on 4,000. It looks quite big.
Madness.
But it's-
Pen just using this AD to farm on the Monkey King rather than push. I mean, this is what they want to do on Radiant No. Is this not what we were talking about before? That if they kind of just stall it out a bit, they can farm, they can take back the game that way.
We saw in the last fight that the BKB came out on the PA, and Kamek already struggled to kind of do damage. And then he's going for the MKB, which is obviously going to do damage, but even that is reduced by BKB, so you're struggling to kill Rami already because it's BKB, and he's only going to get stronger.
Yeah, I also think credit to Bernard. He got sorry, I have
You
to
gotta
clarify
praise
Bernard
Bernard.
Humperdinck, don't I? He got in there, he got his ult off. Yeah, I mean that blink's definitely making a world of difference for them.
Kamek is being seen here, but he also sees Door. But he does see this weird.
I think he
creep
runs
running at
away.
him. Yeah.
Rami on his
that's a-
own though, I don't think GFG have realised. I mean,
think
he is
they
under
do.
a tower. They could get the rotations. They could TP in. Do a quick TP check. Yeah, we got TPs up on everybody down
jump
here.
to a creep on Rami. That is, you need to press it.
Here come the TPs in. No, one of them cancelled. Possibly by a neutral creep, I'm not sure. They do get the catch, though, out to Scotty and Obnot. Out comes the global silence. Mystic Stake following up. Pen gonna get in there. He gets the stun. Gonna throw off the Monkey King ult as well. Wukong's command is out in force. In goes Bernard Humperdinck. But out comes the AL. It does get onto 4. Bernard Humperdinck gonna go down first. Rami in trouble, having to back out, and the rest of the team deciding to do so as well. So a 1-for-1 trade there, but definitely
Kamek
in
is
favor
here,
of
and he's
Bernard.
ready to party.
Kamaya says, hey
TP in by his
guys, you
underlord.
guys left me bot. I didn't want to be there. Focus Fire is up and ready to go. Oh, he's trying to take down the Medusa before he gets frozen. He does get frozen, but he's going to take down the Medusa straight after that anyway. Rami coming in and doing quite a lot of damage, though. Kamaya having to back off. Not now on the other side of the tower. I don't think we're going to see this punished here.
I mean, a great way by from up there to just press the ult on the Wind Ranger and say, "Come to me." Come
Yeah.
to me, go through the portal, and that gets him the kill on Medusa. He thought he's fine because Wind Ranger's a mid.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I think
poor
actually
dog.
also the harder way to use the portal is to make sure that if you're already in the fight, to chuck it down and say, hey mate, here's a portal for you, get in here.
For sure, it's a great way to use it, but it's hard to communicate, which is it's one of the things that you can't do in pubs, but you can do it in these kind of
Yeah,
games.
I mean,
You have to
realistically,
communicate.
very good if you've got a carry and you just want to grab him in for a fight and then he can leave if he's quick. I mean, how long's the portal time? Like 20 seconds or something? It's pretty long. Yeah, 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's a general. It's a great little spell that can be utilized in so many ways. And especially if you're the carry yourself, it's even better, which is what people have started to figure out, and why they pick him
Right.
Underlord 1.
But out of the
Medusa
Lord
might
3
be in
going
trouble
in,
again.
Medusa
Durambong is going to
get
die to a
hit
tower.
with that AL. Yeah, but he got his ult off, and I think that's counts. Out comes
Braxy
the
not gonna
stun,
die
though.
to
They
this
might
tower?
manage to save Bernard. Braxy taking a lot of damage. Braxy go the other way. I thought he was going to run straight under that tower there. Yeah, they don't get anyone there. They just lose Durambong. I mean, Durambong has died in quite a few fights. He's on 8
It is
deaths.
AA's.
But
It's the AA treatment.
he's getting his ult off every time, so
Oh, can they get
I
trouble?
don't hate it. I think he gets on this high ground and gets away. Throws the shot back.
That business operating.
Oh, I'm not coming in though.
Radiant's middle tower
Can't
is
find
under
anyone.
attack.
If he was wanting to.
Considered it, but
Might have changed his mind. Not sure on that one.
that's not the longest portal I've ever seen. I think you can walk that quickly.
I do just have to give this a bit of a shout out in chat. The Seething said also the portal has a fat hitbox. Seething obviously hinting
is-
at the idea that you put it down in the middle of the fight and hope that the enemy carry accidentally right clicks on the portal instead of an enemy. Or in your
Not
case,
something
an
I
ally.
consider, but it is true. It is.
I've seen
annoying
it
if you have to
happen.
press-
Like, you can hide under the
I've-
portal.
You can definitely do that. But there's obviously for me it's just okay. You press S, you play A, then from then on you just press attack, force attack instead of like right click. But on somewhat low levels and even on my level, you see people for a long time channeling things. Like I see this with shrines all the time. Right, you walk up, you run away, and you click a shrine, and then you just stand there for like 2 seconds until you realize, oh, I'm not moving anymore. I'm channeling a goddamn shrine or an outpost. And it can be good.
So Rami's got Sanjanyasha, BKB, Battle Fury, and Scotty's got Mjolnir and is working towards his BKB. So he's over a full item down now on Sky.
Yeah, he's not farming well, even with the Mjolnir.
5k difference.
Because they're trying to take that many fights and they're using the Underlord to get
Oh, but they're
ammo.
going to find Rami. Out comes the BKB, though, so he's going to escape the pit. But the chase, he's managed to blink away to Burner Sorcerer. Burner Sorcerer now going to chuck down the Medusa ult, trying to stone gaze down Cammy. Meanwhile, Durambong is down again. Didn't actually manage to get his ult off on anyone this time. It wasn't
Ooh,
cast at
great
all.
Witch Doctor.
Lovely Witch Doctor roll. He does then get hit by that big old Earth Shaker. Scotty now coming in. Fairly close to the end. Decides not to go on Bernard. Dora is TPing out. Now they do decide to go on Bernard Humperdinck. Does land the stun, but he's going down quickly. My god, that is a lot of damage and a big old cleave coming out from Obnot. Bernard
sure.
Sorcerer just heading straight out the back here. He's gone. He's going on a different line.
Yeah,
Doesn't
see,
want to be
with
involved.
You really can only take these fights if you have a BKB, and Rami had to use his ones early, which made his he had to TP out because
Oh,
of
root caught by
Rupture.
Obnot. He's not got a lot of mana. He does use his stick. He's got a soul ring ready to go if he needs it. They're not focusing the tower here. They've all dove past it.
Might be a bit too aggressive.
I think they're
he's
okay.
gonna
I mean,
use this ult on
there's
that.
no TP. Medusa went top, no TP available, so they've only got Rami
does have-
really who can go.
He does
in.
have TP now.
Oh, he
He's coming
just
in.
got his TP from the courier and he's coming back, but they've got the tower. They're gonna head out here.
Yeah, it's fine. Also, no global, so you're kind of fine.
We're working on here. Basher. Oh, Basher will be nice.
Yeah,
Basher
Pen
then
died
going for the
very
MKB.
quickly, yeah. Pen
I
died
love-
very quickly. He needs a BKB. He needs a BKB on Monkey. He cannot go for
Yeah.
Diffusal, Sanjanyasha, and then Guardi into this team. You have to have a BKB in this game.
I think possibly he
Nice.
was getting big ults off earlier and getting good damage out from them, and he's maybe got a little overconfident. And now that they're not all dying as quickly and are maybe able to focus on actually casting some spells back, now he needs the BKB.
Yeah, for sure. The problem is the Underlord Pit, right? The Underlord Pit, the AA slow, and the cast. Those are all spells that you have. That even the enemy doesn't really have any control after pressing them of how they work in a team fight, and most of the time they work against you. as like the Monkey King. You want to be in there, and you're just gonna get a random route with random cast.
And here we go. Speaking of the bit of malice, Aghanim's Scepter now out on the Underlord, so that's going to give the bigger pit and pit on Fiend's Gate, which is the big one.
Yeah, that's three pits in a fight. Duanbong just continuously dying, but that is
Oh no.
Well, one of the lowest health pool heroes. You tend to die a lot, especially if there's a PA in the game. They only get this, they're kind of fine. On Dire.
I mean, they've got that buyback. I mean, they've got to push the creeps in still. The main thing they want from the AA is the ult. They could look to defend this and just get the ult straight out when AA respawns.
That's
like,
the thing,
it's ready to go.
He's went for this facet and he went for the Glimmer Cave first. Normally, if you play 4 AA, you go for the other four.
Oh, look at the defend. Bob not now in trouble as he gets jumped by both enemy cores. He's taking damage very fast, whereas neither Pen nor Remy are. TP coming in from Kamaya, but Bernard coming around the side does land the stun. Oh, and he jumps in and probs the ults as well. Global Silence comes out, but he can't do any damage to Kamaya here. Kamaya just going to run away with that wind run, and down goes the top tower regardless. So, unfortunately, a wasted death from Obnot, really.
A wasted death and a BKB charge used on Kamaya. Yeah, that's really a really good outcome. So you have to use Global, and they use Slam, which is...
I'm not yet. The Slam was the thing I was questioning. I understand throwing out the Global. They get the tower for it. And now with no
I think it's definitely the correct thing to do, because if your cores have anything up, you're not completely aware of your core's cooldown. The fact that Rami and Monkey King both didn't have their W up, so they could get to you. But if they can get to you, blocking that Wind Ranger down is your top priority, and even using a slam for like that, just for aftershock stun, is kind of worth in that situation.
I think he still had his W available though.
He did definitely do. That's
longer cast time, I think, but you know.
Normally you use it afterwards, but the aftershock stun will not. But now coming, no BKB.
Oh,
same as Rami. Oh, he's clicked the portal.
He's done it! He's clicked the portal by accident! Are they going to get him? They finish him off with that Firestorm. Now with the route onto Door. They're looking to kill him so they can't get Silence. But Global Silence obviously down at the moment. Are they not going to get anything here? They've used their initial catch. Nope. TPing out from Door as he's got the Rupture on him, but not going to be enough as he takes a lot of damage very quickly there. Now looking for Pen. He's going to get into the trees. There's an AAL coming. It's... Actually, I thought that was going to be a lot bigger. He's not that far away. Okay, fair enough. I thought that was coming from further away. Not going to catch him. There's a cloud here.
Don't farm this campan. That might be dangerous. I don't know. He has a ward too.
He doesn't care. He's ready to go. Does he have a ward?
He also has a
shoot. He does have a ward there. Yeah, fair.
Fine, but...
I mean, he's ready to jump, isn't he? He has gone this, hasn't he? Oh, no, he's gone Wukong's Faithful. Okay, fair enough.
He's now getting from Monkey King, but dude, get a BKB. You're a Monkey King. You're one of the most prolific BKB for everything.
It also feels like everyone's going MKB for just like 2 heroes in the game.
Yeah.
I think they get this.
As a PA, I'm just gonna say this now. As a PA against a Wind Ranger, never buy MKB. Just buy Nullify. It's gonna be better against the supports because you can, like, every support buys an item against PA that is removed by Nullifier. And Wind Run can be dispelled. So just dispel the Wind Run instead of getting, like, he's not got a butterfly. This is just a spell that needs to spell. So going MKB is the wrong thing.
Oh no, Obnot now caught as the rest of his team runs away, but Bernard coming in managed to catch him. They don't get him in Stone Gaze. The slow was really nice. Unfortunately, Wukong's is now like out and just in here and not really following up. The BKB used on Scotty. No, that was his 9-second BKB, and he wasn't even in a fight. They put the Rupture out onto Bernard's Sorcerer. Bong with the ult. He does catch 2, so Rami's going to back off, I think. Out comes Braxy's ult.
Bernard.
Oh, Bernard just running towards it, and Bernard 2 trying to get away. Kamaya, not actually in trouble at all. Rami decided to jump on Scotty instead. I think he's going to finish him off, so down goes the Bloodseeker. They still haven't managed to kill this Medusa that they're committing so much to. Scotty did have the Aegis. I mean, an interesting choice, but it has come in handy because he's back up. Maybe Kamaya thinking that he's unkillable. Finally, the hero that they were focusing from the beginning, they might finally manage to finish off the Medusa. And he's gonna fall. And Monkey King pushing top.
Yeah, a very disjointed fight from Radiant that just no one got anything off.
It felt really good at the beginning. It felt like they were going to get that big catch on Obnot, but they just didn't manage to follow it up. My god, look how far this cleave is going.
Sadly, that is not at all how far it is going.
Oh, that's a shame. It really should be. Oh, see, he's not even getting hit by it. This is... That's unreasonable. That's fake advertising. Fake news.
I mean, it doesn't work on you can't cleave on buildings anyway.
Oh my god, the Echo Slam! Scotty very low, they're going to manage to finish him off. Out comes the Wukong's command, but the Rupture in return. He's trying to run in, but with the wind up from the Windrunner, and he's maledicted, he's taking a decent bit of damage. They did manage to kill Braxy. Kamaya hanging around to stop anybody chasing.
Oh, Pen died to the Maledict.
Pen died to Maledict. Well, he had the Rupture on him as well. He's just getting pushed around the place trying to chase. Yeah, shard up on Wind Ranger. Very nice.
Oh, that was a great little Echo Slam, but he just barely didn't manage to get the fissure out.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a lack of follow-up, but I mean, credit where credit's due. Come on, man, give the guy his slam.
It was a nice slam. It was a really nice slam. Sadly, no one died. Only Braxy managed to die from it. If they kill Scotty with that, that's huge.
Stop caveating it, Sylar. Tell him he did a good slam. No ifs, no buts, no coconuts.
I refuse.
That was a grand slam.
It was a great slam. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliantly slammed. Rami now still on the work on the MKB. Please just burn. But like, what is that MKB for? There's no radiance on this Bloodseeker, so it's really just the Windrun.
Wait, who are we talking about, Rami? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you say about this nullifier. I mean, all I
the
can
problem
think
is you're
like,
dying too quick, right? You're not getting your damage out. The problem is not you're not doing damage. It's
attack speed, chance to pierce, bonus magic damage. I mean, none of it's really seeming worth it, is it?
I mean, it's kind of decent on like a Wind Ranger can buy it against a PA, which he has done. Now that the BKB's charge is getting low, it's going to start being worth it again. We now see the Windrun axe coming out very soon. He's working on that.
Yeah, but he's also going MKB because it is a permanent effect on the PA. So you could go break, but it's not great. Also, yeah, just to point, like, where's the PA shard? Come on, it's so good.
It is very strong. There's no PA shard in this game. There's no Medusa shard, which should definitely have been bought at some point.
Like if you could just jump in and break the Atrophy Aura on.
Oh, Medusa's in trouble.
Oh dear. I'm not sure he is. They dropped the Maledict, they dropped the Witch Doctor Ult, but none of these things are actually going to do any damage to the Burning Sorcerer. Door coming in. Pen, I think, was that oh no, he doesn't have a BKB. It couldn't have been a BKB use. I just saw a flash of gold, but it was just his skin.
He changed into a golden chicken. He tried to dodge. This is not sure Radiant
they're going to find out not. Radiant coming in anyway though, and out comes the Wukong's Rupture out, I think, onto Pen. They do manage to land the ale. It only hits one. Oh my god, GFG are going down all over the shop.
Yeah, Kamei was not able to join that fight, and this Monkey King was obviously...
Oh my god, is Duranbong going to be a liver? He might survive a fight. Run, Duranbong, run! Don't turn!
There's no way, Liz. There's no way.
Oh, 1250 damage and another 800 on the next hit. My god. 2 hits and Pen takes him down.
Yeah, this Monkey King is doing a lot of damage, obviously. This is the advantage of not going BKB.
Yes.
The Scary, the Diffusal, the Crit, they all go onto your soldiers. So if they stand in that ult, even like Scotty pressed BKB and just went in, right? Went into the ult, was like, I do pure damage, I do magic damage, I can beat him in his ult. No, he cannot. He just got slapped down by 6 soldiers and took 3,000 damage from Monkey King without actually being slapped by the actual hero, I think. So, yeah, that's the advantage of these items that he's gone for. His ult does a hell lot of damage. So, just don't walk in it. Just don't walk in when you see the Monkey King. I think that's what they learned from this fight, and Raiden can adapt.
I think that's what everyone should just be doing, regardless. I think they keep catching Obnot, and the rest of GFG keep going in to try and make something of it, rather than possibly just either accepting the loss on Obnot or trying to use some save items to get him out. I mean, we've got Glimmers here. I think they were getting used. We got a Yule's, maybe not the best thing to use against him.
Oh, we see a little bit of trickery or a little bit of efficiency from Rami. He went Sanj Yasha earlier. He's now disassembled that Sanj Yasha, has built his Basher into the middle with the Sanj.
So they can
and is
go
now
with this
gonna
Manta
build a
stuff.
Manta.
Very good. Impressive. Impressive. That's what we get from a from a Purge gamer. Is he a Purge gamer? Was that right? I think that was Remy. He's the Purge gamer. Yeah, this is what you expect from one of Purge's top 10, you know.
This is a fight.
Oh my god, they're getting past each other. Oh my god. Just all the root coming out. Out comes Wukong's command again. Are they going to make it out? Again, Obnot trapped. Scotty going back in. Scotty, get out the Wukongs. And he does. Out comes the ult now with the Aghanim Scepter, but he doesn't get rooted and it cancels the ult on the Witch Doctor. Out comes another pit though. Rami going to fall to Scotty. Obnot has bought back for this. He portaled straight in there. Going to take down Pen. He has lost 3 though. Kamaya not there. Scotty coming back in to try and help. They're going to get the kill onto Pen. They did manage to take out Rami as well. He just needs to know if he can take out Door for sure. I think he's a little worried about that Medusa. Bernard Humperdinck now coming in, misses the Fisher. Scotty standing still. Scotty, you got to get him. Out comes the root, doesn't quite land the silence. I don't think he's low enough to third. He can see him now, he's out of invis, but there is no way he can stop him teleporting. Meanwhile, Medusa has backed off to safety to defend the base as well. I mean, a bit of an unfortunate play from Scotty. I think he's had a rough time. Maybe wasn't confident enough to go as aggressive as he needed to at the end of that. No, he did really well coming back in, but he could have gone a little bit more aggressive on the remaining heroes.
All right, we have all 3 cores of Dire now having experienced what the Monkey King ult is like. Scotty this time exactly doing what I told him to do, or what you should learn from that. Got out of the Monkey King ult extremely low, went back in when someone died, got that last hit, got the extreme heal from it, because that is how Bloodseeker works, and then just continued to take the fight. Went low again, got another kill on Pen, and then just had the heal back up. So great usage of Bloodseeker. Sadly, the Wind Ranger just walked into the Monkey King ult and died.
Yes.
So that is without using Wind Run, because he struggled to... I think it got...
Yeah, needed some of that.
He used it and then ran into it and then ran out in the Monkey King ult and then just...
But I mean,
very sadly died.
Also just bringing up another reason not to get MKB if you're on Bernard and to get Nullifier, even though the MKB hasn't even been built on the PA.
Support, right?
Is because... Well, no, but also, if you nullify the Wind Ranger when she's wind running, the rest of your team can also hit her.
That is true. That, like,
so if she's in Wukongs, you can nullify her and then just leave her and go deal with someone else. She'll die in the Wukongs.
Getting a Lincoln there. I guess he doesn't want to get ruptured anymore, which is fair. Rupture is an extremely annoying spell, especially when he's got 2 charges on it now. He's level 25.
Who are we talking about?
The Rami is going for...
Okay, thank you, sorry.
Sorry. No, my bad.
He's got BKB and he's going for a Lincoln's? I'm not sure I've seen him get ruptured yet. The rupture keeps going out on the Monkey King, I've thought.
Yeah,
that is a lovely tree to turn into. But meanwhile, in the bot lane, Kamaya getting quite a bit of damage off on the Rami. Out comes the Rupture now onto the Medusa. Just trying to shut him down, but the Wukongs is down. And the root is there. Durambom's going to fall. Obnot in trouble once again. Scotty and Kamaya looking like they're just trying to wait it out, but now looking to back if they've lost 2 members of their team.
He has no BKB.
Braxy's not there. Braxy's not there. We did see the Echo Slam used there to finish off Scotty in that fight. Kamaya now just making a run down, and Braxy has thought better of entering the fight at this late stage.
Right,
he's gonna get some vision, you know, just some normal stuff.
I mean, he was never gonna get there. He was not there when this fight started, and there's no way he gets there in any way quick enough.
No, definitely not.
Gee, oh my God, Bernard is rich. Holy.
I mean, he keeps getting these massive Echo Slams, doesn't he? So.
He got a lot of money.
I think he's just sitting on a lot of money. Is he just building for a refresher?
I don't know what he's supposed to do. I think he wants to go and axe. That ogre axe is looking at me funny, but I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
I think he's decided.
It could be a BKB.
Could be. It would be good. But...
What have we... Oh, I was about to say, what's the mana cost on refresher?
Oh, Kama is hunting for the... I don't think you kill Bernard, even if you find something.
I think he's just trying to cut the creeps, to be honest.
Maybe he's just...
Oh, big AL there, but no follow-up, really. It is going to sort of force him to back a bit. Rami didn't get caught in it. That Lincoln's coming in handy. Not getting cold feet there. They do manage to finish off the tower because of it, and they're going to head out. He's got his team behind him, mostly.
But he has 1,300 HP. If he gets crit by that, then he dies.
I guess quite possibly. What's that? 80
I guess there's no Deso on PA. The PA doesn't do
300 with a 500% crit. Yeah. Oh. In
Nice
comes
ult.
Kamai UK. Out comes the Stone Gaze, though. Lovely route, though, from Obnot, but he then does come back into Wukong's again. He's going to go down once
both
more
supports
to
under
this.
vision.
Pen very low, though. Rami about to take down Braxy by the looks of things. I don't think he's on escape here. No, he goes down very quickly. Scotty coming in, but he's going to think better of that. Oh, he does pop out the Rupture onto Rami. Kamai now coming down, trying to force him to run. They're going to use the hit to push him. He's pushing him pretty far between the two of them, but he's going to stand and try and man fight it. Scotty very low. Oh, what a clutch stun from Pen there. Rami almost makes it out, but does finally go down to Kamaya, who's going to make it out the back as the lone survivor of GFG. Pen very low, Rami down. Maybe not having the damage here to keep pushing on GFG.
I think Bernard
Might look for it anyway.
Bernard's so definitely.
Bernard's looking for something. He's also bought that Octarine's core, I think. That was that's new.
Okay, it's a decent item to get. I mean, the win rate is just...
He's possibly in trouble
Oh, the
here,
blade mail
though.
coming in handy.
Oh my god, the blade mail.
Oh,
I mean, it's nice to see it got used. Should he have bought it? I guess yes. It might have won him the game.
it might be the big changing point of it.
If they win here because of this push, Sylar, I will officially say that you were wrong and you should never have called out Bernard on the blade mail.
I mean, they were winning beforehand. It just as we said.
Out comes the
don't want
Rupture,
to go
though.
long.
He's also been hit by the Ice Blast from Durham Bong, and he's going to fall as he just gets pushed along by Scotty, who's briefly
Definitely
turned
had
to
the chance to
stone.
press blade mail there.
Briefly turned by stone, funnily enough, right next to this nice little stone statue of Earthshaker.
It's just how we said, right? Dire didn't get enough in the early game. They only got one lane of racks before this Monkey King, this PA started becoming so strong that you have to dump everything on one and then the other one just kills you.
I definitely think they've somewhat missed their window. I don't think it's over for them. I think the main thing they need to change is every single time Obnot portals in somewhere, Pen instantly just drops Wukongs around the portal. And Obnot just turns up straight into it and he just gets rooted and dies.
It's the way. That's the problem with Underlord, right?
Yeah.
It just doesn't
Yeah,
have any mobility whatsoever.
but I think that's happened the last 3 or 4 fights, and they lose Obnot right at the beginning, and then they don't really have any front line. They then lose the supports shortly after, and the only survivors are Kamaya if he runs away, and Scotty if he manages to lifesteal enough.
You definitely you have to start on Die. You have to start the fight with a Ravage on Monkey King, I believe. So you have to force out a defensive ult.
You have to start the fight with a Ravage on Monkey King.
Rupture.
Right. Okay.
That was I was like, that sentence was correct. Oh no, yeah, Ravage. Not
I was really
Rupture.
confused.
A Rupture on Monkey King, right?
Yeah.
If you start the fight with that, and then you just and then Op doesn't have to man fight him.
I think also if you get the Rupture on him and then you drop down this Gale Force and try and push him out of his Wukongs.
Yeah, for sure. He's gone for the Nullifier. I love it. The fact that now Pen has to nullify it.
This
he's
is
understood.
It's like we're watching the same two teams. Like when they both smoked down here and just crossed each other. Now both setting up for Roche.
I mean,
Are they still setting up for Roche? GFG look like they might leave.
They can't really give it to the others. If this Monkey King or the PA gets an Aegis, you're in big trouble. Oh, spotted by the Power Shot Scout. Door still has a trusty shovel? Oh, what a play from Door. He knew this game would go long, and he hasn't picked his tier 4 neutral item.
What, he's
So
just
he
been
can
keeping the
keep the
trust?
greed. So he can keep the greed.
Okay, fair.
He's keeping the gold coming.
I will say, I did that the other day, not the same item, but I wanted to keep my neutral because my next tier was rubbish. But eventually I caved because I got sick of looking at the icon. It was taunting me.
It's so clickable. It's so... it's tempting you. But he has a refresher orb on Silencer now, so these fights are going to be real difficult to take for Dire. You have to start with a Rupture on Monkey King, get everything out, make them panic, get their silence out, get the Monkey King ult out, and then you just re-engage without having to
looked like they might connect there. They're going to see Obnot, they're going to get the root on him. Global Silence comes out. Pit is up though. It's a bit of a struggle for Bernard to get in there, but Pen's in, and out comes the Wukong. Obnot's stuck. Obnot can't get out. They're going to take him down on the PA, and down goes Obnot at the beginning of a fight once again. Durham Bong in trouble as he gets chased down by Bernard Sorcerer. Out comes the Rupture onto the Monkey King, as we were talking about before. Rami now in trouble as the Focus Fire coming out onto him. He is going to turn to try and fight. Oh my god, Kamaya taking a lot of damage there. That MKB doing work. Scotty does, oh my god, just barely go down to the supports there. And 4 down, only Durham Bong surviving. My god, from first dead to lone survivor. What a journey we've seen from this AA.
Radiant's middle tower
This is what you call it.
Unfortunately, I'm not sure there's anything that he can do about it. Yeah, we got a
It's
buyback
a
on the Witch
dieback.
Doctor, but
You have no buyback whatsoever. All of them are not close to coming up. Let me check. Yeah, none of them are coming up at any time.
press the wrong key. Sorry, chat.
So there's no way you win. Like, at this point, the game's over. It's just,
But here comes the buyback on Braxy. They're going to look for something. I mean, it's not impossible. Big AAL, big Witch Doctor roll, the combo. They're not going to get it. They do manage to get the AL to go over Bernard Sorcerer, but down goes the AA very quickly, and Rami's going to clean up both supports before they can do anything. That Abyssal Blade just bashing away there. They've got all the racks.
very apt line
they're on to the
from
tier
Kevin.
4s.
Could be worse.
GG
Oh, wait,
call
no.
from Kamaya, and closely followed by Durham Bong. That is going to be game 1, and the first win in the GFG going the way of Bernard Sorcerer. Bernard Sorcerer going the way of Bernard. Bernard Sorcerer is involved as well, but it's all for Bernard. Feel the burn.
Nice draft. Like, they just picked solid heroes and held on. Just held on.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed they held that. I think there was some great coordination there. Like, I haven't seen a lot of the Bernard games because they've been very late at night. But yeah, like, it was my understanding that they were sort of lacking some.
Cohesion?
Yes, that's the word. There we go. They were lacking some cohesion. They weren't necessarily playing together, but I think we saw something different that time. I mean, we started seeing Bernard Humperdinck get a lot more aggressive with his ults. I think was great. Silencer got those globals off every time they got a catch. Penn started just slapping down those Wukons in like excellent positions, and then Rami was able to come in and just clean up.
Yeah, they just picked heroes that just work on their own, and then like, so the only hero that actually has to kind of synergize with everybody else is Silencer, but he has to just be alive. That is that's the bottom line, right? He can be anywhere on the map and just has to press one button, and I feel like that is a cohesion that you can achieve even as an incohesive team. I'd definitely say Penn hard carried this game. Like, Rami obviously in the end took over, but Penn early on, great rotations. He did fail on a bunch of them, but that wasn't really like, that was just good plays from GFG.
Yeah.
And otherwise, really active on the game, high kill participation, and just slapping people around. And these later Monkey King ults, even without ever having bind a BKB, he did quite a lot of work because he got away with it.
They clearly farmed well as well, because by the end of that game, they had a lot of money.
Yeah. It's on this Bloodseeker, it's struggling a lot to do anything in this game. He just never got off the ground, really. He was always behind.
Is there somewhere I can see the breakdown of like damage done to each team?
Breakdowns?
Like,
yes.
No, but I want to see like how much magic they took and how much physical as a team.
As a team, I don't think.
Or even individually, to be fair. Can I see how much magic
individually
damage?
you can see it on basically how much everybody did.
Yeah, I can't see how much like of each type it was though, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because I'm just looking at Obnot obviously went this pipe, and I'm just wondering if he would have been better with more armor, like taking a lot of damage from the clicks on the two enemy cores.
Yeah, for sure he did.
Like,
The pipe didn't really do much. It's decent against Medusa, but it really didn't much. You can see that by kind of going for the Medusa. Oh, you can see if you hover over the eye next to damage received. You can see that he took 35,000 on the scoreboard.
This on the scoreboard. Okay, cool.
Yeah, damage received reduced, and then
physical 62,000, magical 35. Yeah. So maybe he'd have been better off with like a Crimson or something, help out the rest of his team, because everybody else again taking a hell of a lot more physical than magic damage. Other than Braxy. You know what? Good job, Brexy. You either avoided a lot of physical, or you managed to run headfirst into a lot more magic damage than anybody else.
I think he just he took a lot of damage from silence.
Meanwhile, the
I know,
other
so-
side taking like quite a lot of magic damage, and I don't think we had a. Did we have a pipe there? I don't think we did. I've accidentally just gone to the hero.
they just needed BKB. They like
There, that's fair. That's fair.
the supports could just stand back and or just dump their load. Like both of their supports just go in, dump their load, then they're finished. like that is
You can't
how
stop him.
Usyk
He's got a
and
dirty
Silence-
mind, chat. I'm sorry about him.
It's how these heroes work, right? They go in, they do their stuff, and then they just finish. They just lie there and wait until it's back up.
Wait for their little reset time, and then they're ready to go again.
Exactly. And that's why you don't care taking magic damage. You don't really need a pipe.
Yeah.
To just protect
I
your
will
two
say
supports.
the Medusa's so survivable. Like,
Yeah, Medusa's obviously.
I
hard to
think there
kill.
was maybe a mistake a couple of times on how hard they committed on the Medusa.
I mean, I feel like they got baited a bit early on by how much Kamuk was able to kill Medusa. How much he did early game, but obviously this one range, the Monkey King bye. I understand it, but I feel like you needed the axe quicker.
Yeah.
Then in the end, just instantly boarded with consuming it. Interesting choice. But if you get the axe a bit quicker, you can maybe do more around the map. But he tried a lot. I feel like it's more on the Bloodseeker Underlord picks. Both of them not the first pick I would go for on the respective positions. I actually would have respected it more if they swapped them around when Underlord 1 and Bloodseeker 3 with the Radiance and stuff. I think that would have been way better in this game than going the Underlord 3, which is... It always fizzles out. The same with Bloodseeker. It kind of always fizzles out unless you had to stomp and you didn't stomp, and that is kind of like... You fizzled out.
I think the Bloodseeker just struggled early on, then didn't necessarily get the
Yeah.
farm, and kind of just, yeah, as you say, like burned out a bit. And because he can't farm as fast as, like, to be honest, any of the enemy cores there. I think even the Medusa outfarms him. Split shot, surely. Like split shot and snake.
I don't think he leveled split shot at all.
Oh,
in this
okay.
game, only very late.
But even the snake.
The snake plus Meteor Hammer, you farm every wave that you see.
Yeah.
And you can just... You are uncontested, right? As a Medusa, you're basically uncontested. Kama tried, but if the Unit Ranger's nowhere near you, or if they don't commit like 4 people, you don't really die on Medusa. Whereas on Scotty, you kind of die to any 2 hero combo. If the Monkey King plus the Earthshaker or the Phantom Assassin plus the Earthshaker was there, you died because you went for Mjolnir first item, which is the right thing to do. But it's just the nature of the hero. It's very squishy. It's an agility hero without any like getaway if the enemy team is full HP.
Yeah.
So you have to be ahead. The enemy has to be low HP all the time. Otherwise, you are very easily dead on Bloodseeker.
Did you have your mic set to open that game?
I did not. I
No,
forgot about that.
me either. Let's do it now. But is it team or pie? I forget.
I think it's team. I always do team. I don't know if it's correct. I think it's correct.
No, it's not, because I can hear you now, but I have mute co-broadcasters
That was
on.
partly.
Okay, then it's team. Then it's team. Okay. Well, that's fine then.
I clicked the wrong button I was talking about which button.
I thought, hey, Sala's a professional. He probably has it set to open already, and then like if anybody watches that cast back on the ticket, it'll just be some lovely analysis and some and every so often just silence.
It's just silence. Or is it? Oh, you had it set to.
No, I didn't. It'll just be silence. That's fine though. Is what it is.
No, I didn't. Okay, it will just be. Silent.
It's only the backup. Nothing's gonna go wrong with the stream. We don't have to worry.
Yeah, and even if it's not a game for the ages, it was a good game.
What do you mean it's not a game for the ages? Bernard's first win of the GFG.
Okay, that is true. If any of the Bernard lads watch it in the on the ticket and don't hear any casting, I'm sorry for them.
If any of them watch it back on the ticket for the casting, then they're doing it wrong anyway. Go to the stream, guys. It's better.
Yeah, my mic quality in Dota itself is not that good. Better in Discord, way better. I'm using a lot of
I
Discord.
thought mine would be about the same. Oh, okay, fair. Okay, so we've switched sides, we've switched picks. Bernard, fortunately, this time has not switched
10 seconds
teams.
to go.
I don't know if anyone else is aware. Bernard has, I think, on a couple of occasions, there's 2 Bernard teams. all the same players. There's just two Bernard
Radiant's
teams,
banned.
and
Radiant's
they've
banned.
changed in the middle of series previously, and it's really fucked up the tracking.
Dire's banned.
I mean, I can understand why they make that mistake, but why are they two burner teams?
No, they have different logos, so you can't mistake them.
10 seconds
I'm gonna
to
be
go.
honest. Scotty's been incredibly chill about it. I'd have been berating people.
5 seconds.
I'd be fuming.
Radiant's banned.
Looking, I mean, it upsets me even though it's not my tournament. I look at the page and I go, "Oh, fuck's sake!"
10 seconds.
Bans
to go.
coming out.
The-
Silencer ban.
Interesting. This we see the silencer ban is a respect ban being like this was annoying. I understand it. It's a very strong hero currently.
Yeah.
10 seconds to go.
And we see the AA ban coming out from Bernard. Did you really feel like that AA did enough
5
to
seconds.
warrant a ban?
I think it's just frustrating. Like later fights, he started to struggle a bit more. I think the fights started to spread out a bit. But if you look at the early fights, there was quite a few times where there is like 3, 4, 5 heroes like hit by that AA ult. And
I
when you're
guess-
knocking off what's the threshold? It's like 200-300 health, isn't it? Like you're knocking off in early levels like more than 10% of someone's health.
That's true. I mean, AA is an extremely strong hero. The fact that he went for the facet where he
10
didn't have the
seconds to
AoE
go.
cold feet and then didn't go for Gleipnir, like that is the normal combo that you do as a 4 AA.
5
He
seconds.
didn't go for that. It would, if I see that, I would instantly let him pick it again. But
Right, fair. So you're saying
but
that
he-
Duran Bong played it Duran wrong?
he may have. I don't. He played his own style. It didn't work out.
I
Let's
just
say it
wanted
that
to
way.
say Duran wrong.
That is
First pick
one of the
Husker.
things I thought about why they pick AA. They might want to pick something that AA is good against.
Yeah.
They don't want the restriction that an AA in the game puts on your picks. First pick Husker. That's gotta be a 3 Husker, right?
It's
you can't
bold,
first
it's
pick your
bold.
mid
10
Husker.
seconds to go.
Maybe it's support Husker. I want to see Bernard Humperdinck on that POS 4 Husker.
It
5
could be Bernard
seconds.
Humperdinck's Husker. It is definitely a wild pick. First pick Husker is not what we usually see.
I mean, could you
in
do it
any
on a
draft.
POS 4? Like, you can jump in, life
Ooh.
break, silence. Like, that's pretty nice. The Necro,
You've
I mean, that's bold. But you're taking out that Husker.
You've instantly picked, like, you've
Although-
instantly been baited. If this is a bait Husker that is going 3 or 4, you've been baited. You've taken the bait. You've gone in for
10
and you've
seconds
got
to
picked the
go.
Necrophile. Which, I guess you can
5
move to
seconds.
support as well if it's support Husker. I don't think you can. Husker support is kind of decent because you have
mean,
the
again-
silence on the queue.
I'm just going to throw it out there. Where's the Necro supports at? Because it's a heal. The ult's pretty good. Like, I guess you take the kill with the ult every time, which is annoying, but, like, it's pretty good for securing kills, to be fair. Like, if you just had your little... And he's got an escape effectively from physical carries because he
10
just
seconds
walks
to
so good.
go.
Guys, get on the support Necro. God, if I
You know
still
what
had...
the problem?
5
If I
seconds.
still
know
had
what's the
Vespa,
problem
I'd
there?
be running this in my next game.
You know what's the problem there?
Go on.
Radiant's
All of that is
banned.
backed up by levels. The only reason Necrophos does any damage is because he has levels. You
Yeah,
need
but you
level
can
7
get,
and you
you can get levels on the Necro. Like, you're just
As
not
a
getting
support.
farm. Yeah, you're just not getting farm. You're getting wisdom shrines, man. I mean...
need Necrophos only does any damage if you are ahead
10
in level.
seconds to go.
They banned the Bloodseeker. Interesting. They banned the 2 heroes that I feel like
5 seconds.
performed
They
the
banned
worst
Doom
last
as well.
day. The Doom is perfectly fine. They are banning to protect the Husker here. They banned the Viper. They banned the
It is interesting
The-
though, because I feel like Huskar's not been regularly banned. So to first pick it and then be banning this hard to protect it.
Radiant's
I feel like you would have, if you wanted to play it that badly, as you obviously someone wants to play this here. I don't know who, but someone wants to. You would have banned like this anyway, so they might have caught on that there might be something like a Husker coming if you ban
10 seconds to
Viper,
go.
Bloodseeker, Doom, and AA. At some point, someone's be like, they want to
5
pick someone that
seconds.
heals a lot. Who heals a lot? Might be the one with the most health regeneration in the game coming up. We may ban it, so you have to pick it early if you ban this aggressively forward.
Yes, I
Dire's
suppose.
big.
Oh, Clock's been left in the pool. Here he
Absolutely
comes.
great hero against Husker. A natural Blade Mail buyer. And Blade Mail is pretty damn good against Husker.
I mean, I'm not even sure I'd say it. Like it works well on him. I don't think every Clock should go Blade Mail.
10 seconds
I
to
don't
go.
know if we
It
should be
is-
putting that message out into the world.
There's a lot of, like, if you're playing
5
Clock,
seconds.
buying Blade Mail is never bad.
Look, I'm a big blade mail buyer on clock. I just think that it's situational.
No, basically not. Most of the time, like there's. I don't think of it. I can't
Stop
think
telling
of
these supports to just buy blade mail. You need save items sometimes.
on Clockwork. You go and support your playmaker. You're not. That's not your star. You're not a saver.
Get a glimmer.
No, don't get a glimmer on Clockwork. What are you doing?
Get a glimmer.
The only support item that you can maybe buy on Clockwork is sometimes a 4-star. But other than that, you are a playmaking support. You are
seconds
not
to
someone
go.
that needs to buy the classic support items. That's a common misconception.
5 seconds.
That
Radiant's pick.
you are saving people by making the plays. Nyx Assassin, unusual, but can be quite good against the Necrophos. Does struggle a bit against the Clockwork. So far the Clockwork pick is absolutely great.
I feel like they've picked the Nyx to
10 seconds.
I
to
don't know
go.
if there's a misconception here that they think it's going to be good into the Clockwork
5 seconds.
It
or
shouldn't be.
good into the Necro.
It's good into the Necro. You can blow up a Necro sometime, especially if you combine it with another hero that can go on it. Like if you later on pick a Storm or something of the
Oh,
sort.
Winter Wyvern. I don't know where any of these heroes are going. I'm going to guess
feel like
it's
it's
Necro
still-
mid and then Clock Wyvern
I feel like
support.
it's still yeah Necro mid, Wyvern 5, Clockwork 4. Hopefully, it could also do the Wyvern 5 4. These two interchangeable.
10 seconds to go.
The Nyx Assassin needs. We saw last game that Pen is very, very active,
5 seconds.
which Nyx Assassin is very, very happy about. Like, this is a great hero to pick with an active mid. So let's hope they pick him at a very active mid hero. Maybe he is this Husker. Maybe this is a Pen first pick Husker mid. Which I hope it is not. Because then it would be actually a good thing to first pick a Necro. But if he is as active as he is last game, the Nyx Assassin's going to be very happy and just be by his side all the time. And GFG
like
has to deal with
a
that.
little sidekick.
A little pet bug.
A little pet? That's a sapient being right there. Come on, man. He's got thoughts and feelings and ideas. Can't call
He
him
says
a pet.
nothing else but Nyx. He just all he says is Nyx.
Oh my
He
god.
literally
He's
is-
a Pokemon.
He's literally like he can't say different
Radiant's
words,
banned.
but
Oh, okay. So he
he's-
chooses
he's-
to say Nyx.
he's the pet to Nyx, right? There's the clan of Nyx, or the goddess of Nyx, I believe, like the queen of Nyx. It is.
No,
Is
but
what he is.
He's not a pet. He's like a servant
He's
or
a-
a slave.
He's a servant, basically.
And as you said, he says, does he say other stuff?
10
Does he just choose to
seconds
say
to go.
Nyx?
Yes, he does.
He might have an anxiety disorder. Like he's
5
got problem,
seconds.
and you're taking the piss here, Sila.
Calling him a pet, that's not that bad.
Nyx did
Radiant's
nothing wrong.
banned.
My grandma called me pet once. I didn't speak to her for a week.
I see. This is childhood trauma that I've
Yeah,
awoken.
yeah, it's a touchy subject, mate.
Okay, Wraith King. I hope this is 3. They're struggling a lot against Sasuke if it's not a 3. Like as a 1, you don't really want to pick it into any of these
10
heroes.
seconds to go.
As a 3, the skeletons will do great work. As a
5
1,
seconds.
not really. I hope it's a 3. Underlord. This might actually be a 1 Underlord. It could be. It could be.
Yeah, I don't know where with any of these picks are going, really. I'm just surprised that Chunderlord's made it back in again. He's in a lot of games at the moment.
He's back and he's been picked into Necro. He is decent magical damage, so Necro does not do that much. But like, so far they haven't like the first pick Necros that is
Dire's
seemingly going mid because they're all banning
Well,
carries
they banned the
now.
monkey this time because they're thinking it
Yeah.
could be carry Underlord, offlane Huskar, and then they put the monkey mid. I mean, I think the
So,
right
like-
move, but I don't think they'd have had as much issue with the monkey this game.
No, for sure not.
So
wonder why
it's
we-
kind of one of those of you ban it
10
because it was
seconds to
rough
go.
last time, but you maybe should consider like why it was banned
5
last time.
seconds.
Yeah.
Dire.
And we got a
Don't ban
drought
it. I'm
ban
hoping
and a
that-
PA ban.
I mean, I really want them to pick a Storm here. Storm would be the best pick. I feel like if they pick Storm here
Radiant's pick.
and then go.
Anti-mage.
Oh God!
Oh, anti-mage.
Oh God! So there's 3 Underlord. They both first picked their mid. Okay, unconventional, and no one is. They haven't really been countered, so it's not that big of a problem. Like the Husker has been countered a bit with a Necro, but it's not that bad of a matchup. I guess Clockwork can buy a vessel. Husk's not gonna have the greatest game. It's not. You're not happy, but you're also not completely sad.
What's the last pick gonna be? Sorry, stream. The sound is gone.
It's carry rating. No.
I mean, I feel like we've seen it.
No, it's not. It's mid Legion, Scotty carry Necrophos.
Well, get your predictions in chat. It's going to be a wild one.
Maybe they
I think they're moving around. I think they're moving around. That's Scotty mid. That's Kamaya going safe lane.
Offlane? No, surely don't do. I guess maybe.
I'd like to point out it doesn't actually matter. You can go in whatever lane you want. They could lane them, see who comes out with a better lane, and just go right. They're the carry now.
Yeah, basically. Like there's been. I don't like any of the core picks. Like the only thing that is Opnot is probably going 3 Wraith King. That is what I like. But he's going Spectral Bait. Go the Skelly boys.
They are running that Huskar into mid, so that's going to be rough. The anti-mage. The anti-mage is very annoying into clock, as I discovered myself.
That is
night.
a very good matchup indeed.
Also good into the Wraith King. Obviously, he can just, as long as he's got a soul ring or something, and then once he gets his shard, he's a-okay, perfectly safe. Chat predictions are up. You've got less than a minute. Get your predictions in. Who do you think is going to win this one? I'm leaning GFG, I think.
I feel like Bernard should win this, but this anti-mage pick is
Let's keep it clean,
putting me
folks.
all the way back to also thinking that GFG is going to win this.
But I would also say that I think Bernard is going to go later again, and they managed to hold on last game to do that. So
yeah,
that
I
could
feel
be
like
an issue.
late game for GFG is looking
Honestly,
real
I'm really
good.
impressed.
Depending on where these heroes go. Oh god, what is that item build on Scotty? But
He's got
okay,
that
it looks very much like it's a Wraith King one.
But for Bernard, we've got Rami on that Pos 1 anti-mage. We've got Bernard Sorcerer in the off lane on the Chunder Lord. Pen going mid on the Huskar. That's going to be a rough lane by him. A support door on the Shadow Shaman. And coming up in the rear is good old Bernard Humperdinck on that Nyx Assassin. For GFG, we've got Kamar UK going somewhere on the Legion. Scotty going somewhere on the probably mid. It's got to be mid, surely, on the Necro.
It's a classic.
I'm not going to one of these side lanes on that Wraith King. Braxy on that so contested Clockwork, and Durambong on the support Winter Wyvern. Cogs are out, but Bernard's in trouble. Oh my god, they really focused down Bernard there. Yeah, Firestorm doing a lot of damage, though. Kamaya looking like he's going to go down next, and he does, but Rami now possibly in trouble, looking to return another kill. Somebody wants the advantage here, but Braxy in trouble again.
Oh, Durambong is going in, and he's dead.
Durambong is going to die for this, but Bernard's also a lovely Cogs, gets knocked back by Braxy. Everybody just going to head out now. They're happy. 2 for 2. Let's get some runes and head to our lanes.
Everybody starting with 355 experience.
Yeah, but a lot of gold up on Scotty already.
Yep.
What's he got coming out in his courier? It's not boots. Oh, a wand. A wand?
You say the lane is going to be rough for Husker. I feel like in the lane, Husker's going to be fine. It's just later on in the game, you at all points have to be careful of.
A lot of hardic burn damage coming out of Bernard Sorcerer. No follow-up, though. No decide to stun. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
In lane, you kind of...
I guess, yeah, in lane, he kind of wants to be lowered. I mean, if he picks up his W, he maybe does okay, but the fire's magic damage, right? Yeah.
Pure. Oh, no, it's
magic.
Pure.
What was that little taunt? Oh, turned into a chicken. Shackles. Rami doesn't want to follow anything up there. Here comes the Cogs. He says, you know what? You've cast a couple of spells. I'd rather you didn't have any mana now. Unfortunately, not able to get too many Cogs hits there.
Yeah, you didn't get any of the pinboarding going.
I've been having a big issue with my clock in that I keep placing the Cogs too close to trees, and then I can't get the pathing round to hit them in the direction I want. It's a real problem.
I mean, that's just... I feel like that's not the problem of the cogs placement. It's the problem of you then walking the wrong direction, because not all of your cogs are going to be blocked.
Well, yes, yeah, that's true. But sometimes it's like the side you're on, and then that's the one you want to get because it's going to be quickest. Like, level 1 cogs doesn't stay up long. I mean, like,
it doesn't long stay up.
duration 5 seconds. Like, that's hard for you to walk out. Now with battery assault, he's going to try and sort of follow up. But again, I mean, it's
all
lovely
of his mana
harass.
here.
Yeah, but he's got 6 stick charges. He's going to be set up in a minute to get a rune, and the shaman doesn't have any mana either. Clock does better with low mana than shaman, I reckon.
For sure. I think the problem is that Ram is just not going to get contested at all.
Oops,
He really has to carry. I don't know. Maybe the Husker just takes over the game. But they've decided, they saw, right, Bernard, the GFG had Underlord 3 last year.
Yeah.
And Bernard saw that doing very, very badly and was like, we want that. Give that to us.
Well, it did very well early on, I think. It just then started getting countered, unfortunately.
Early on it was just coming. The Underlord never really did anything. He did get a few kills.
Whoa. He got some very good pits. Yeah, and the Atos was good, and there was some decent firestorms.
He did do like that.
He wasn't the quarterback at any point. I'll give you that. Like, it wasn't the star, but I think he was there making the plays. I think he did good work as a pulse 3.
He was solid, as Underlord kind of always is.
But I do think that then he just started teleporting into the Wukongs every time, which won't be an issue here, as there's no Wukongs.
Door in trouble. Oh, no mana on Clockwork, luckily.
Because he's in lane with an AM.
If there's a battery assault going here,
he's very low. Out comes the blink, finished off by Rami. This is what I was saying, that because Clock needs... He doesn't need a lot of mana, but he doesn't have a lot of mana.
Okay.
Like
well,
330 mana max.
What do you do in this situation as Clockwork? What's your solution?
Probably try and fuck the AM a bit. Like, you do what you can to door, but you probably need to play a bit more cautiously.
There's 2 clicks you can do to remedy this entire situation. There's just 2 clicks. Click on the shop, you buy 2 mangoes, finished. Like,
yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
The same with Kamayuki, he also needs to buy a mango. Like, if you're against the AM in lane, he's always going to be like that little bit too cocky because he thinks you're out of mana. And then if you have a mango in your inventory, he will die. So
what you're saying is mangoes save lives?
Mangoes kill AMs. That is what I'm saying. The way you kill an AM
Scotty, unfortunate. Scotty going down to pen here, as you predicted. A different story at level 6, but currently not the case.
You have to be careful, but until then, Husker is kind of fine. Yeah. I mean, they first picked this Husker, so I'm assuming Penn is quite confident in his Husker playing.
I hadn't really thought about it as well, but I think this Wyvern heal is going to be really strong this game as well. You know, someone...
Not really. That's the problem.
No, someone jumps on you, the Nyx jumps on you, the Husker gets on you, you quickly chuck them in a Wyvern heal. I think that's pretty...
The problem is both AM and Husker are kind of fine just hitting the Wyvern heal and then...
No, I suppose they're stacking up damage really, aren't they?
Yeah, either they burn all your mana, so you're kind of sad when you come out of the heal, or you're just burning for a billion HP when you come out.
Triple stack up here in the top lane.
Jesus. Okay. This is going to kill the next 6 waves.
I think, yeah.
Especially because...
I don't think it's not going to die. Oh god, Kamaya with absolutely no mana. They do get the cogs off, and Rami just blinks away from that, but it's probably what GFG wanted here.
I think it's going to kill both sides of the wave this stack. both supports can...
Yeah, both supports are going to use it. It's kind of a communist thing. They've decided, like, let's just both have a huge stack we can use to pull from.
But I can very much see... Oh, he's gone for Spoils of War. You're going to be happy about that.
Spoils of War is the correct facet. And they're going to need it here. I mean, they need... If they're going to drag... If this game's going to drag out like the last one did, they're going to need that scaling.
I'm coming around to it because of the AoE press attack, but...
That's why it's good now.
The shield is just so good.
Stun out from Humperdinck. I mean, Ovnot is very low. He does have a big stick, I'll give him that, but he's playing a risky game.
At some point, there's going to be fight around this stack, and I can see a massive overwhelming odds coming out. There's also going to be
huge. Although Penn moving up top, so they might not get a chance for this overwhelming odds. They are pretty back close to that tower. No, I think they're still pulling.
Here comes Penn.
They get in
Oh,
there,
wait,
they get a
hey,
hook,
I'm
and
jumped
there's
in.
the life break. Kamaya going down. There is no doubt about it. Braxy now going to make his escape. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything that Braxy could do on the clock to save
Dyer's
save Pen.
mid-tower.
Not Pen,
I
sorry.
would have thought that Pen
to
farms his
Kamaya.
stack instead of TPing into the back, but he didn't want to lose too much damage on his tower. Understandable.
Yeah, also your aim's building a Battle Fury.
Oh, we get another
If-
stack going. Let's get it.
If you can... No.
Ah, man.
I think this is at its capacity now where you're not going to manage to get them all out.
There's still a way, but you can't get the stack pull anymore. You have
Yeah.
to now walk to the side, like straight left instead of like
Right, okay.
diagonally, and then you could still get the
There's
stack.
the
There's
overwhelming odds.
It's not level 5 yet, so it's not that big. But
Oh, a little bit of mana gone from Rami there. I mean, every little helps.
I'm sure.
I mean, the other thing
Can
they
I
can
just-
do with this stack, which is maybe a little bit weirder, is use the creeps with mana to block the cogs. Oh no, Kamai in
Oh,
trouble
Pen
once
is
again. Out
back
goes the
again.
silence, and Pen's going to take them down. Now pushing
no,
on to get Braxy as well. Oh, Kamai died to the neutral creep. Okay. I mean, still not great, but I mean, better than dying regardless. Oh, is Humperdinck going to die to this? Not quite 20 HP remaining. Oh, that is gutting.
Play from Pen. Go top, kill them. TP back mid, go top again, kill him again. Well, he's really active. I like seeing this. Like this is something that people have to watch out for. If you play Bernard, you might get some wards in mid lane and see what this Pen is doing. Because he's running around a lot and ganking, which is what you are supposed to do as a mid laner, but it's rare to see in such a capacity. And he's going to be very quick to his armlet because of these two ganks. And the solo kill they're going to make. Like he's 2-0-3.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
huge.
he's having a good game.
But because of those ganks as well, Rami's having an even better game. He's very quick. This is going to be a quick battle for you if he doesn't die when like the first duel comes out.
I was really confused for a second because I accidentally changed the graph to current gold and not net worth, and I was like, how is Scotty in the lead with 1200 gold?
Yeah, it's got to.
Missed a kill on the Wyvern down here. Now looking to dive. Not. I mean, I'm guessing they want to get him before he gets his 6. This is probably their last chance to get a gank on him, really.
I mean, that's the kind of the problem with Wyvern. She's just a slow in wave and a bit of a heal, so you don't really get the damage out. And Spectral Blade early on doesn't do that much damage, so they didn't really have any capacity to fight in this bottom lane. And Wyvern died once.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, into the AM, I think I'd have considered swapping the supports around.
Yeah. Probably.
You then just play your Wyvern pretty defensive, use the heal to keep Kamaya alive, and in the bot lane,
mean,
you can really fuck over these two heroes with the cogs. Going
If you
in for
think
the
about it,
stun. Root comes out with the pit from Bernard, but I think that's going to be enough to finish off Bernard Humperdinck. Bernard Sorcerer now. Yeah, he's not going to look to follow up. I've not now got his ult. He's skilled it as well.
Didn't hold it, that's true.
Certainly a decision.
But yeah, I feel like if you think about it, the Legion Commander was the absolute last pick of the draft. They had all the heroes in the game to choose from.
Well, not the
And they
banned
chose-
heroes.
Yeah, well, yeah, but like a lot of them. And
Oh my god, Dawn's just shackled Kamaya, but Braxy was just taking damage from the neutrals there.
Yeah.
Now puts down the cogs, but again, as I was saying before, it's hit a
you
lot
need to
of the
press battery
neutrals.
solder right now.
Oh no, Pen rotating in as well. So we see the Mana Void go off to stun the Clockwork. Didn't do too much damage, but then Pen coming in to help finish off Kamaya. And a cancelled TP there, I'm going to guess from Scotty. Who's decided not to come in, just push the mid wave. I mean, this top lane is not going well for GFG right now.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say. Right, the last pick is Legion, and it's the lowest net worth in the game when it comes to cores.
Yep.
It's not had a great game. There must have been some better options for you to move the draft.
I mean, the
around
issue
than this.
really here, I think, is that Scotty is not doing great on the Necro either.
Yeah, the fact that Pen has just rotated top 3 times and got a double kill each time is just insane. That is
Yeah.
so good. It's
I mean,
catapulted Rami and Pen. to the top of the
We've
board.
got no wards up to see him rotate on GFG.
He did
Pen now
TP
headed
in there
bot.
last time.
He
so
did,
it
yes.
can't be
So
good.
that is somewhat fair enough, but
Could use a hand.
Now, bot is a harder.
they'd already gone too aggressive on the attack in the first place, so it was still their fault.
Bot is a harder lane to gang, so he's going to struggle here. Because
It is,
he
but
does
in
have
comes Pen regardless. They are going to go for Obnot.
There's a curse.
Take a lot of damage there, to be
Oh,
honest.
wrong
Curse
target.
goes out, but he doesn't manage to get the right one. We're going to see Reincarnation get used here as he's finished off by Bernard Sorcerer, but then just going to walk away from it.
Dire's
If he
mid tower
uses
is
curse on Bernard,
well.
Humperdinger there, I believe he's just dead. Or maybe the spears don't work. So they're not damage. Oh no! He's TP top again! And they've taken a
They
fight!
go for Humperdinck bot, but in the top lane, oh my god, Bernard coming in with the rotation as well. The GFG do manage to get the 2 supports, but losing their top lane again is just going to be rough. I mean,
They did get a dual charge
Technical difficulty.
profit?
did they?
Yeah.
Oh, who got a dual? Yeah, they got a dual charge on
Radiant's top
on-
towers
They
taking
killed Door. But...
and on the clock, and on the clock. But
Oh!
difficulty.
I mean,
Oh, the
they
5
need this
damage.
blade mail really badly. I think once he gets this blade mail,
Top towers in bad shape.
I mean, even then,
They need Scotty to start moving. They need Scotty to, but he's gonna just farm his ratings. He's going very greedy, which he can obviously do because
they might be able to
And
kill
just
this
hasn't been a
AM
lane.
once Kamaya gets a blade mail.
But it's gonna come down to
couldn't hang
Scotty.
on to that
All the other
mid
2 lanes have been shot down quite badly. I mean, Op is farming because he's broken, can't really die.
I think Ob's not doing too bad.
He's not doing too bad, but like it's gonna come down to Scotty forgetting his radiance quickly and then making moves around the map without dying. If Scotty ever dies, he's kind of in trouble.
Yeah,
That's-
we're definitely seeing a coordination issue, I think, on GFG here. Top lane, they do
Ooh, but
manage to
the
get a
duel on
duel. though.
Rami.
They managed to kill the AM. Pen coming in
And-
now, though, is going to get the break onto Gamaya. Trying to chase him down with the burn damage, but
Let's
meanwhile,
get
Bernard
Bernard.
Humperdinck getting taken by Braxy. Manages
Yes,
to get that
Brax.
last right click. He might die to Pen here for it.
Oh, that 10 dual damage making that right click stronger.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
he just
he
walks through
didn't
the cogs.
Unlucky.
I mean, well played there by Pen. He
has to
could
be
have
said,
maybe
like,
turned a
the
bit
only-
earlier, but
Yeah, this AM, even though he's so far ahead, he's the highest on the net worth. He's got his Battle Fury minute 13 and a half. That's pretty damn good. And he hasn't even like skipped on boots or something. He's just finished. But he still dies through this top lane because he's such a squishy hero, right?
yeah, that's why,
So it
especially
ha-
once they get the blade mail on the Legion, they can start looking at ganks, and then they're just looking to build stacks. Like
Ooh, Door going for a little cheeky one. I don't think
Kamaya's
it's
seen
gonna
him
work.
though. Gonna be turned into a
Oh, he's gonna
chicken.
stun him.
Oh, he's gonna get the wisdom.
there.
What a play. Braxy is gonna use the hook shot to get in. It's a very
Gonna be
annoying
another duel.
hitbox, I'll be honest, but here's a duel coming out. That's gonna be another bit of damage for the top lane GFG heroes.
Look at this, plus 15 damage from Braxton. He's gonna start clicking hard.
You say that, I mean, it's decent. Like, it's free damage
It's
as
not
well.
bad.
Like, and it does scale up a bit. So the bonus damage is always half. So when you're giving your full team 15 damage each from like a dual win, it's pretty good.
I mean, only the Wraith King really benefits from it, unless you go Axe on Winter Wyvern, which you probably shouldn't.
Yeah, but the
instead.
Wraith King will start getting it. Depends how much they play with him. Usually, you find that your carry doesn't get as much damage because they haven't been playing with you guys like as much.
Yeah.
They've been off farming.
I'm okay with with the Tusk.
Likely the case, but-
With the Tusk, this talent is fucking insane. I've played that once. Like Tusk Legion with this, if the Tusk knows what he's doing, and obviously I played with Tusk, but the Tusk can be such an absolute menace if he has a bit more damage. Like,
Yeah.
I just was one hitting like AAs around the map because I had like plus 30 damage plus over corrosion plus my plus tack team and the crit and just start slapping people around.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Maybe
Look
the
at
laning
this bottom
stage is-
tower here on Burner. They're going to get it. They drop snakes for it, so that has that will now be down for a little bit. I mean, not ages, to be fair.
I mean, this game's going to come down to can you play against the Fed anti-mage? Because he's going to farm
Yeah,
really quickly.
I kind of think they maybe can, though, to be honest.
Draft price they can, but are they like? This is where anti-mage is classically good. He's really good at stomping.
Radiant
Yeah,
really good
yeah.
at, like-
Going on Durham here. Braxy going to miss another hook shot. Is a shame. Does land the cogs, though. Blink is landed. In comes Bernard Sorcerer, though. Are we going to see a big pit? Throws out the Firestorm. Pit down onto Obnot. Door in looking to do something, but
He's
what he
got
might
this
do is
Death
just
Zone
get
off.
stuck.
He's
Stun
strong.
coming out onto Door. Gonna chase him down. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage from the Deso as well. But Penn now
Beats his
coming
team,
in.
though.
They're
His
gonna
team has
finish off
abandoned him.
Obnot. He's got no reincarnation because he doesn't have the mana. Use your stick. Use your stick.
I actually respect not using the stick there because his team completely abandoned him.
They could have come in. Again,
No,
we
they were
just-
so far away.
There's just a lack of coordination here, which I wasn't expecting to see tonight. I am right that you can stick one, even in
Yeah, you can,
Wraith
you
form.
can, you
Yeah,
can.
yeah, yeah.
But I'm kind of okay with him not doing that, so his ult is still up when he comes up here. Because he
Yeah,
was
I guess it's
so
not a long,
in
it's
such
not a long
bad
cooldown.
position.
Blood grenade out, lovely. I love a late blood grenade.
Pretty sad right now.
Arctic burn, in comes Obnot, lands the stun, finish him off very quickly. There's the duel. Unfortunately, Scotty not near enough to get himself his first Reaper Scythe stack. Meanwhile, bot tower, tier 2 going down. It's before 20 minutes. I mean, this is looking like it could be rough.
Bottom towers.
Yeah, they just basically they have the Legion commander, and he's having a decent game now, right? He's recovered a bit after the 6 Huskar gangs that happened top. He's recovered, and this Legion commander is obviously a really good pick against the AM.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing that AM can do against being dueled. You can buy Lincolns, but who wants to buy Lincolns in AM? You're just gonna run out of damage. So
Dire's top
obviously
tower.
if this Legion finds the AM, you are gonna struggle getting the damage out. Or you're gonna struggle surviving these fights. Which might be
Top towers
the way to do it. The question is, can they follow up? If the Legion gets the duel on AM, can they follow up? Can they be there quick enough on Scotty, on Clockwork?
I mean, you gotta remember, they can quick, if they get a quick hook shot in or something, you know, they've got mobility on their team. It's not that bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're
Like,
looking to
can
get that
Scotty
blink
get
on
the shot and
Durambong
stuff?
on the Wyvern, who's about to be in trouble, I think. Are they going to land the stun? They're going to throw out the stun off the back of the Vendetta. Out comes the pit. Oh, Durambong, he does get the curse down, but he dies anyway. And not enough damage coming out of this curse yet. Again, you kind of need that AM there. So I guess a perfect thing for them to do would be to blink in, curse someone, they die to AM, then blink, then jump in and get the AM with the...
I feel like you also find if the Husker is low HP, if he has a lot more attack speed, but he was full HP, so he was attacking
Yes, yeah, I
very,
suppose.
very slow. If the Husker is just standing there, absolutely slapping these spears out, you can get a lot of damage in a curse even without him. Oh, Opnot going in. He does still have that ult, but he's once again isolated. But that was one
I
hit.
don't think he dies here. He gets out.
That was one hit on Dog, putting him from 1,000 damage down to 150 HP. HP. So
Sorry,
he
one
has to
hit
be a
from
bit careful.
Door?
One hit on Opnot on Door. So Opnot hit Door once.
Oh, okay.
He went
I
from
thought you meant
1,000 to
the
100.
Shadow Shaman at like half health the Wraith King in one right click. I was like, what the fuck are you watching?
It's obviously the other way. Oh no, it's gonna happen again. Run, Door.
He's running.
Stop.
Illusion's coming in. He's ignoring. Oh my god, a lovely hook shot. Oh, but the
Okay.
chicken. It's not going to be enough though as he turns around to Shackles, trying to get the heal. Penn though, looking for a kill. He's going to get the kill onto the Clockwork. Reincarnation being used on Wraith King. Durambong now in trouble. He's trying to use the heal. Scotty's not coming in. Obnot's left. Scotty's leaving. Kamaya didn't get the memo and he ran in. Fortunately, I think
I
fast
like-
enough to run away. I mean, could they have still committed on that? They had the 3 cores still up.
Not really. You need your Clockwork up. I really like that Bernard Sorcerer has gone for a Spirit Vessel here. Not the item we usually see on an Unload, but it's so good against many of their heroes
coming apart.
that it's definitely worth getting. And it's already done a lot in that last fight.
Robbie going in on Kamaya. He's just
this
going to
is-
blade mail. He's looking for the jewel. He didn't jewel.
It was on cooldown.
Oh,
It was on
cooldown.
cooldown.
Okay. I thought he maybe hadn't jeweled because of the counterspell, and obviously counterspell irrelevant to jewel.
Radiant's mid towers coming
It is indeed. I don't know how it works with the other passive, but no one takes that, so it
Tower
doesn't matter.
ain't doing so good.
What do you mean with the other facet? Oh, the other AM facet.
Yeah, I think doesn't it just neutralize the spells or something like
Oh.
that? Then
No, I
Instead of
thought it used to be
reflecting.
that the other one reflected, but it as base it just neutralized, but they changed it.
it's based. It burns mana now, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, it always works. You can always do an AM unless there's link.
Yes, which would be very upsetting.
Radiant's
I
mid
think I
would be
played a
annoyed.
Legion game not that long ago where basically they bought like 4 Lincolns. It was hell.
Yeah, just buy Harpoon though. Or Heaven's Harbor. They're both very cheap items you can easily buy.
I
and
had
then
too many
just-
buttons to press. I made someone else buy something to burn the Lincolns.
At some point, yeah. At some point, then you have to Blade Mail, Blink, Harpoon, and then do it's not easy, but it's possible.
Yeah, but you're
Ooh.
forgetting your
There it is.
BKB as well.
That
Did
is
they-
Blink, Blade
What
Mail,
the fuck?
Dual
Where
Bam.
did... Oh, okay, yeah, nice. I was like, how did he die? Where did he die? Lovely curse, but Durambong's still dead, and the curse not doing enough
There's a
damage.
scythe,
Actually,
possibly?
scythe him! Scythe him! No!
He's not a range. He's not a
The
range.
turn coming from Bernard here. Door coming in, gets the hex, doesn't look for the shackles, decides to back instead.
I mean, Scotty's extremely squishy. He's gone Radiance, Brown Boots Radiance.
He's also got
This
no
ma-
stacks in scythe yet. We haven't seen a scythe.
Yeah, he hasn't been involved in any fights.
You know,
None of the
we
gangs
haven't
top
seen a
four
cast,
announced.
never mind a success.
Yeah, like he's been farming the jungle a bit, but he's obviously Necro early on without Radiance. He's very bad at farming the jungle.
Yeah, I mean, also the issue is that where they're going to keep their beef and be able to sort of remain in this game, I think, is off stacks of scythe. Like, he needs the regen.
Definitely does. He also he needs region. He has good experience. That is the one thing. He has all of his spells on a high level. So once he gets this shard, he's going to be quite strong and do a lot of damage. Can chase. So let's hope that he finds something with that. He's always going to stay squishy though. Always, like there's no point in the horizon. He's going to go Shivas at some point after the shard. But until that, he can die he can die very quickly if he doesn't get a kill. So let's wait for that. Braxy's got the bait mail finished. We have Durambog finished nothing. He's going for blink daggers, so working on it.
I mean, 2 blade mails now on GFG. Would you be opposed to them getting more? I mean, I guess they don't necessarily need it for anyone other than the AM, but I feel like it's not horrendous on Wraith King. Maybe wasted money though.
Yeah, you kind of want to just go for the full right click on Wraith King. He's going for an axe. Really good with duel, obviously, because even if your Legion dies, it doesn't really die because the duel just continues. No, it doesn't. No, they changed that. The duel does not continue if you duel a ghost. You win the duel, and then you go. So that now it doesn't work like that.
Did they change it? I didn't think they did. I thought you just can't duel Wraith King. Oh, do you mean if Legion becomes a ghost? Sorry.
Yeah, then if Legion becomes a ghost. There are in
Because
general,
if you
duel
duel
a
Wraith King, I don't think you get it.
you get it when the old procs, because it is a death. You win the duel, and then they change that at some point. The ghost does no longer count as like still being alive.
Right, okay. Because I swear there's a bunch of stuff that you never get the stacks for when you kill a Wraith King, because the ghost just runs off, and then if it's out of range or something, like you don't get fleep, you don't get axe armor.
Yeah, that also does. That all doesn't work, but for duel, the duel just can't ends and you re-up on it.
Well, that's
I'm pretty
ridiculous.
sure
They changed it for
playing
duel, and that's it. Ridiculous. I have to test it
You
out.
can't just stand there like it was very sad when you just stood there looking at a spirit, and that spirit was just hitting.
Yeah, you're like, well, I can't kill it, and I've won the duel, but I don't get anything for it because he gets to survive a bit longer.
First shot finished on Husker, the thing to do. Bernard's also going quite low. Obviously, with his Spirit Vessel by, he's not got a lot of health regen. He's got a Heaven's Halberd now and got a mech flying out, so he's going to be fine.
We're running in on Bernard
we have-
Humperdinck, though. They're going to find Scotty. I don't know if you'll see Durambong. He's going to go up to the high ground. They've got a sentry there. They do know he's
seen
here
him
now.
here.
They know he's here. They can see him. They can see him. Out comes the
Just
Arctic
scythe
Burn. Oh, they're
There
chasing.
it is.
Scythe. Use the Scythe. Very late Scythe, though. And now
head in
Durambong
trouble.
possibly going to pay the price for it. They are going to find on the other side. They're going to get a jewel and take down... sorry, it's not Obnot anymore, is it? It's Bernard Sorcerer. Durambong's still alive
does
as a
not
Wraith.
live.
Did he come...
Oh, Scotty's dead though. Oh no, Scotty. Oh, the heal. The heal from the assist.
Yep, and they are going to very quickly take down the Huskar as well. AM not in the fight. Another dual victory there. Scythe stack right near the beginning. I thought Durambong had died, but then he was there as a Wraith because of the axe, but he seemed to be there for a very long time. Yeah, maybe he didn't die when I thought he did. He mustn't have. He must have healed.
He did die quite early on. He left. But then Braxy took over from disabled. So
Yeah, well, I mean, Braxy and Kamaya went in and just got a lovely kill onto Bernard Sorcerer on the
yeah, that was
on the Chunderlord.
He's recovered from a lane that was ganked a lot on like Camera UK is doing a lot of work on this game, and he's got the axe finished, which makes Shadow Shaman really sad because obviously normally you can counter a duel by just hexing him. That is no longer possible. So yeah, this Legion is looking really good. I was playing it early on. That wasn't the pick, but apparently. So far, it's doing great. The AM is farming very freely. He's going for it on camera. He's gonna duel him.
Oh, here he comes in for the duel. Blade Mail's up. He's not actually doing as much damage, but now with the mana burn, is he going to manage to kill him? He does. Beautiful. And check out this catapult with 10 extra damage. Keep that alive, boys.
Let's go. Scotty needs to walk away because Kamek does no longer have duels. So if Scotty needs, oh god, Scotty, they're gonna be very risky.
Humberdink's looking for something. They know Scotty's there. They found Durambong in the trees as well. Gonna get the stun. In comes the life break. Down goes Scotty. My god, that Dagon just finishing him off there. A lot of damage.
Yeah. So it's all about whether or not AM can start living. He is buying Lincolns. Okay, after that
yeah,
fight,
I mean he's got to.
he doesn't really. You can just buy like stats. Just buy a Scotty and a Butterfly, especially a Butterfly.
Yeah,
like,
but I mean the more damage he does to Kamaya, the more damage he takes.
you get it and get a neutral item with lifesteal. He does have that, so maybe that wasn't enough. But usually you can kind of survive a duel.
Yeah.
But this is a 90 damage Legion Commander already.
Well, he's got that basher now. Oh, and he's duel onto Humperdinck, but in comes Pen and the shackles. Oh, God, he still wins the duel. Oh, and Durambong coming in with that big save, but is he still dead? Oh, the heal! Oh, but he dives to the burn damage, and he is now a Wraith trapped in a heal.
This is a bad fight for Radiant.
Oh, cast your spells, Wraiths.
This is a bad... Oh, no, Scotty's here. Never mind.
Here comes Scotty. They get the kill onto the Burn Boy. Burn and Sorcerer about to go down. Rami coming in, though, doing a lot of damage. Healing up on Braxy. The problem is now, a lot of these heals are going down, and they're dying in the Wyvern heal, and then they're coming back as a Wraith, but not able to do anything. They do, between the two of them, manage to finish off that AM, though, and that is a nice amount of, like... I think that's a nice amount of levels in gold for Scotty there.
He's got to heal up a lot in that fight.
That's like a 2.5k gold exchange, or like net gold exchange, but 3.7k gold coming the way of, I mean, 1.5k of it going just to Scotty.
Yeah, he's absolutely fine now. He's very close to his Shivas now. Not that close, but he's got all the normal items for the Shivas now.
Yeah, I mean, he's close.
So he's going to be starting to be hard to kill.
The Veil is good here because he wants to increase magic damage as well, doesn't he?
Yep. The Shivas is insane here.
Yeah. But I just mean where the other heroes who are buying Shivas for the regen reduction or something, like, you know, you're an axe, you're not that bothered about the magic damage, you maybe go for the armor first, but he wants that magic damage. That magic amp's going to be really nice for him.
So, yeah, in the end, it is this AM pick that was about the so far, like, he's so far ahead. He had a 13-minute bounty timing. But he's just died in the last 3 fights, and he's died twice on his own just to a Legion. So this AM pick's not working out that well. So let's hope that Rami can find a solution to it.
I think the solution is he needs to not get caught out, and the Lincolns will help. But it depends how competent of a player Kamira is, and I think Kamira is pretty competent. So, like, him buying another item to break the AM, I think is quite likely and perfectly possible. Checking Roche, but a little early, I think, especially when Roche would be bottom anyway. Oh, well, only just moving bottom.
I mean, the problem is that at this point, if he gets a duel on anyone, there's no way to save you, right?
So I'm sitting up here seeing if anyone's going to do a Tormentor. First Tormentor of the night. Here we go.
Oh, there, door.
He's healing off the thing. He's dead here. Oh no, there we go. He's got the mech
coming out.
Sorry, he hasn't got the mech. Someone's got the mech.
And he's blinking away.
Oh, he's left, but he's putting Bernard Humperdinck in danger. Oh my god, honestly? I don't think Penn was doing too hot either there. I think we had this issue in an FGF game the other day of somebody leaving the Tormentor and then obviously increasing the damage that somebody else is taking because there's not as many people to split it between anymore.
On the Husker he was always fine because what people often forget is that magic damage. Oh, right. Magic risk also increases.
Yes.
So you don't really care at some points.
Right, Rami just looking to farm safely now by the looks of things.
Have you looked at Door's item build?
I haven't. Oh, I had seen it. Blinking boots? No?
Yeah.
What's it going
and
for?
look at what he's getting next. He's just going instant
Refresher?
refresh.
Oh my god. The fact he's bought the recipe as well.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta remember, guys, recipes are just advertising in your inventory.
Bernard sauce.
Oh my god, no, I'm not in very deep. Rami now coming in. They're gonna get the kill on him. He's coming back up there with the reincarnation. Braxy's in deep without any mana, though. Pen jumps onto Durenbong, about to take him down, but up here,
Scotty's here.
Scythe coming out from Scotty, taking down the Underlord. Now Dor in trouble. He's not going to heal enough on that. Rami looking to back. Pen gets stunned. Oh, I thought he was going to make it out before the stun came through. Rami, the lone survivor. They're looking for this top tower.
I did not think this would go that well, but coming finds a great duel on Nyx, and then
Where did Dor just take a tower? Where are those snakes? You seen that,
I
right?
think it was just a radiant thing. I don't know why it showed Dor.
Yeah, no
Oh
idea.
no, there's snakes in mid. There's snakes in mid. He TP'd
Right,
in.
okay, that's why.
There's snakes.
I was like, there's got to be snakes somewhere, my man.
I thought he got jumped first, but no, that was not no got jumped. And then Dor TP'd in after dropping the snakes mid. But you're gonna lose a lane of Raxi.
Yeah, I mean, this could start to shift things. I mean, the pressure's going to be difficult. I don't know how well. I mean, you can split, or like, you know, you can counter push pretty well on AM.
Now we're kind of in the same situation as we were last game, where the Dire picked a team that really has to be ahead to win, and they're no longer they haven't been ahead for a while, and it's showing. Right? They cannot kill anyone. If they kill anyone, they just come back or just get.
I mean, they
up.
are technically ahead on AM.
Yeah, but it's
Just
the other
then
two
you've
cores.
got the next. Then you've got all 3 Radiant cores before you get to another Dire player. Looking to chase down Kamaya here, though. They're
Maybe
gonna get
this
the
kill
break
could be a
and the
lot, but they're not
stun.
getting the stun.
Oh, but in comes. Oh, and the shackles though. Even though the BKB, but they need to do some damage now. In comes the rest of the
Scotty's
team.
here,
Shivers from
Scotty's
Scotty
doing
though.
damage.
Kamaya looks like he might survive. He needs to turn and get that heal of Scotty that's chasing him. Oh no, he's fine anyway. I think he manages to press the attack through that. Pen now in trouble as they're looking to chase down. He's run the other way. I mean, they have to split on Dire. I get it, but unfortunately, Pen just running away from the tower. Rami coming back in though, with not a lot of mana at all. He doesn't need it for reincarnation though. It's a reincarnation ready to go. He's gonna throw up the mana void on from Rami.
Oh,
but,
Rami's stuck.
Oh no. We did see
Why
the
did he get
pop
stuck
there on the
there?
Lincolns, I think, from the stun. Was he stuck there? Where did he blink? Did he blink to here?
If you blink, like,
Can
I
he
don't even
get
see the
that
pin,
on that
like,
little rock?
right here?
Yeah, I can't see your ping, but...
Can you see the like the?
Oh yeah, I can see your scribbles actually. Yeah, I think he blinked onto that rock.
Yeah, he was like right there,
Crazy.
behind the tree there.
Poor guy. I mean, that is unfortunate. But
And
also,
either
you
that,
know,
or he blinked here, and then the pathing got confused, and he was clicking like here, and the pathing
Gotta-
didn't know whether to go that way.
you've
or
got to
this
watch
way.
where you're blinking, guys. Got to watch out.
I mean, I feel like it's the same story as last game. Dire tried something, tried to be ahead, and now they're not ahead. And I
I'm not
don't
sure-
like it's on Radiant to put out here.
Also, like, Dor's just down in the bot lane. He's just trying to push high ground.
I mean, this is
push
kind of
towards
the
it
right thing
anyway.
to do. You cannot take a fight anymore. The Shadow Shaman will not be able to shackle anyone.
Yeah,
for a long
he might
amount
as well
of
just
time.
drop some snakes, put some pressure on,
See?
draw him back.
The way you come back.
I was
into this
more
is,
surprised that no one was carrying him early. He's showing on the wave. Do you know what I mean? If you TP'd like you didn't have vision of them there. Oh no, Bernard Humperdinck possibly catching out Durenbong here. Gets the break. Durenbong invis though, and no dust on Bernard.
Ooh,
Oh,
keep
but
coming
here
in for
comes the
offense,
ball. Are they
chance up.
coming?
No,
He's not coming. Well, no, it's here. He's not coming.
He's cancelled the TP.
This is sad. This is a sad portal. Never got used.
It has to be said, this facet on Underlord. The other one isn't good on free Underlord either. Like the cleave doesn't really do much. It does sometimes help you farm, but this Abyssal Hold talent is so.
I don't like this. No.
It was so broken, and then because it was actually broken, and
What's-
then
What's occasionally?
yeah, that's the thing, right?
Like
It's,
what? Where's the actual percent chance though, or like the frequency, or?
I think they spawn. every 2 seconds after the fiend
Oh, every
gate.
2 seconds it lasts the duration of the Fiend's Gate.
But
Okay.
only if only the team's gate has been used, I believe. Only after.
Oh,
it's
you
used.
have to travel through it.
Yeah.
I guess if your full team oh my god, there's a duel. Taking
No, it's
down
only the Underlord.
Bernard
Only the
Humperdinck
Underlord
there.
himself summons.
Oh my. Well, yeah, that's not that good. I was thinking if you had your whole team come through and you suddenly got an extra 10 units there. Although in this case you'd just be feeding the Necro, but you know.
I remember when it first came out, it used to be you could every time you portal through as an Underlord, you summon some.
Guess what's
So
happening?
you could like
You just pull back and
channel
forth.
cancel it and then just summon a bunch of them,
No, fair.
or just go back. And forth.
Looking to stop the high ground push here. They're going to throw down the pit. Ob not very aggressive though. He's running through. Throws down the stun, but he is disarmed, so can't follow it up. They've got the tower. He's now going to pop the BKB to run away. Defensive cogs popped out by Braxy, and no available chase from
I don't really know
Bernard.
what they're scared of. This is a common theme you see in Legion Commander games, where you get kind of strong as Legion Commander, and then all of the enemies panically buy a Lincoln Sphere, and that just stalls their progress, and they just run out of damage because of it. Right?
They'll
Both
buy
Husker and
Lincolns.
AM
Yeah,
have been working on
Lincolns,
Lincoln Sphere for the last 10
Lincolns.
minutes, and it's just not even
Yeah.
even the Nyx is going for Lincoln Sphere. Like, what's the point? You're
Yeah,
not
that
going to
one
do
I
any
don't agree
damage.
with. Smokes out on
you
both
spend-
teams though, but they're both going to pop very quickly. Bernard Humperdinck caught in the cogs, but they don't know. Now out goes the dust, but he's invisible anyway. Door with the grapple. I mean, Braxton just not able to get
Ooh,
anything. He
great
does
curse.
hook shot onto the Winter's Curse though. Who does
Oh,
that?
what a
And the
curse.
recast of the curse going on to Bernard Humperdinck.
Oh, denied.
the deny? How is he denied?
The hit was
Ben
traveling.
denied him, my god. Scythe coming out though, that's going to finish off Penn, and now looking for Bernard Sorcerer. In comes Scotty being chased down by all 3 of the GFG cores. Now looking to get a mid tower here.
Call it.
Mid-tower could use a little help.
We see Camo also an item I forgot to mention earlier. The Nullifier also worked great. You can cancel
Yeah.
it.
Dire weren't partial to that.
And,
Oh, okay.
Like this Legion pick, I proclaimed it earlier, but the AM pick was worse. The
They're
AM
looking
pick was
ahead.
worse.
This
They
is
are
one
gonna-
of those times where I'm screaming, you know, someone's gone for the tier 4s. You're screaming at your team, hit the tier 4s, and they're hitting the racks, and you're going, guys, pick an objective and we all go for it. Like, doesn't matter which one. I think they're both fine, but pick one.
They've chosen for the racks now. It's kind
They
of
have,
right
they
up
have.
but
But it's a shame they weren't focused on the racks the whole time. Because they now haven't actually got it. They are dueling, yeah, the BKB though, that's... Oh no, it's not the BKB, he's got debuff immunity, I think, from
the axe.
press the attack, or...
The axe.
Is it the axe? Oh yeah, it is, sorry, my bad. Oh, lovely cogs though, trapping door in that. And then just using it to keep the others in base. Like, Rami not really able to come in here, he doesn't know what to do. I mean, he can't wait for his team. This is kind of when you just got to make a Hail Mary and hope something magical happens. He's not doing it.
5 minutes
He's going
ago.
in the trees. You never call it. You never call it this level. What the fuck? Who's?
What the hell are you pausing for? Why is he disconnected?
Oh.
I mean, I'm not disconnected, but like he's dead for 48 seconds.
I don't know if it
There's
auto
no reason-
pauses, but yeah, I agree with you.
Oh yeah,
There's
it
no
auto
pausing.
pauses.
All right, carry on.
Yeah.
The call has been made. I wonder if the call
It has now
during
been
the
made.
pause-
I think the reason you don't call it, for example, when you're losing that Rax, is you hope that the enemy team screws up somehow. You hope they push your base. You hope that they do something they shouldn't. But they didn't. And George Foreman plus Grill taking game 2, making that a 1-1. Honestly,
1-1.
I think this was nice. Both teams getting a win. I'm incredibly impressed by Bernard. I think we saw a dramatic increase tonight. They looked pretty good that game 1. Game 2, a little bit more chaotic, but I
Game 2, the
think
draft was just silly. The draft was just.
we didn't do it. Who would you have given your MVP to game 1?
Game 1 it was Penn, 100%.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then he moved a lot. And then game 2, I would honestly probably give it to Kami after recovering well.
I would definitely
From-
give it to Kamaya. Kamaya
He did-
turned
he
that
did-
game for them. He shut down that AM hard, like, and then still
Yeah.
turned up in fights. Did well. It gave time for Scotty to make a bit of a comeback, get some scythe kills.
I MVP for GFG would be whoever called the AM pick. Would be my thing. Basically, it probably was Rami himself. There was a lot of calls banned on. This is why you don't last pick your one. Just pick your one a bit earlier, and like you first pick your mid, and you wait all the way to the last pick to pick your one. And then there's only bad picks left, and you've chosen one of the worst. So it's don't do that. That's not how you draft.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. I mean, it was bold. It was bold, and I don't think it was awful. Like, he did some really good rotations on that Huskar.
The Husker did the pen again. Really tried to make it
Like,
work, but
he punished Necro in lane. He made great rotations. Honestly, I think it was the AM that didn't work out for them. Obviously,
Yeah, it
they
was
did,
the AM
the
and the
Legion was
Underlord.
last pick. The Legion did very well. Like, I think that's what it comes down to. Like, yeah, but even the Underlord would have been able to perform better if AM hadn't been so shut down. And again, this isn't anything on Rami's play. Like, let's not forget, guys, Rami is a top 10 Purge gamer. Like, we can't be throwing shade at him here. But yeah, like, he did just get a bit. I mean, after having a great lane as well, so it is a shame.
You can't even ask for. You can't really ask for more as an AM, right? You had an early game where you got really good ganks. You had a 13.5-minute Battle Fury plus Power Treads plus even the Band of Elven skin. Like, he had really good timings, but and he was ahead nearly all of the game. He was ahead in net worth, but
yeah,
it was just.
Yeah, this is again. I suppose actually, I'm saying they shut down this AM. I suppose they didn't. He still farmed very well. The problem was they didn't have him in fights. He was either not there because he was too far away, or he wasn't there because he was already dead, or he was there and he died first. Like, they couldn't keep him alive.
2 times he dies to like the Legion Blade Mail alone, right? Those 2 solo kills really just completely ruin the game for you. You lose all of your momentum. You are kind of even then with the Wraith King, and the experience gain that you could have had and that they got from killing you, like the swing is too big and you're just too far behind. And with a Husker in the game, at some point the one has to take over. If the Husker is not completely destroying the game, which again it's a Necro, it's impossible, right? He has to have something that to back him up, and he has nothing to back him up, so he just fizzled out. Again, the same story as that first game. I feel like we saw the same thing just in reverse as we saw first game. Kind of a decent start into your draft needs to be better, into death. Have we lost Falcus, or is he just muted?
No, I'm here. Sorry, I'm typing.
He's typing. Oh, all right.
They said I have to pick who I want for the interviews, so I was deciding, and I said I'll take Kamaya. I don't think Kamaya even wants to do it, to be honest. We may or may not get Kamaya.
Might just be Scotty. I feel like we see a common theme when we two cast together is whoever picks Locker wins. This still remains true. Also, if you see the enemy team pick a hero and it doesn't really work out and loses with it, the solution often is not to then pick it yourself. So the Underlord 3, I feel like stray away from that. You want a playmaker at your 3 because you don't really have that many playmaking supports in these games. And in this meta of extreme team fighting and extreme catching, and like you want as many kills as you can. A slow 3 like Underlord is just too slow. As a 1, he's decent because he's very able to join fights.
To be fair, speaking of extreme catching and playmaking, and to counteract your point of not being able to get a catch on a POS 3 Underlord, we've got Opnot.
Hello.
How are you doing? Sorry. I just have to interrupt Sala's tirade against Underlord.
You can't be hanging on the big boy.
The big boy, big chungus.
Either support or deny me here. How did it feel to play Underlord in that game? Was it fun? Was it?
It was actually probably one of the least fun Underlord games I've played, but it's still a certain level of fun. It's Underlord after all.
But I mean, while we're on the topic, and since we've got you, the big bad Game 1 Underlord player, you were having a really good time, it felt, at the start. You used your portal really well. You jump on the back of some kills. You got a great kill top. I think that was your first portal in. And then you kept doing it. You get good pits and stuff. And then things started to go downhill. And I think it coincided with when Penn worked out Did he put Wukongs around your portal? You still showed up
Yeah.
every fight. It happened about 5 or 6 times, I think, in total. He saw the portal appear and he went, right, Wukong's time. And then through you came and just got beat down by 50 monkeys with sticks.
Yeah, pretty much. My attitude to the portal is very similar to a Spirit Breaker charge, where I find it very difficult to not go through it once it's down.
You have to
You have
commit
to follow
because
through.
it's been cast, I must go.
Yeah, I don't want to waste this.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I respect that a lot more than the idea that you just didn't realize it was a bad idea. Like, I
well,
much prefer the
yeah, we
idea
can
that
go
you
with that.
knew it was a bad idea and went, well, I've done it now.
Well, yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. That's what happened. Yeah, it just became rough. Like I just would go in, and then it's just so much damage. And when you're playing Underlord and you just die, it's you kind of that's it.
Sad situation.
Yeah, it felt like they started. Your team started losing you at the start of every fight, and then it was just very
Yeah.
difficult for like your supports would then go down very quick. Kamai would survive by running away, and Scotty would be trying to lifesteal his face off.
Yeah. Yeah, it was rough. It
But
was
I mean,
rough.
what positive can be said is they saw you playing under. They saw you did so well that they picked it themselves.
They picked it themselves. Yeah, they went. We'll try some of that.
Clearly, it wasn't a good pick either time.
What do you think went wrong for you guys, game one?
What went wrong for us? Oh, it feels like forever ago. I can't remember now. I don't know. I think we just got out damaged. The PA was pretty rough. The Monkey King was pretty rough.
Yeah, I mean, you guys looked good for quite a while. I think Scotty was a decent bit behind, but Kamai was definitely holding the ground on damage.
Yeah, we had all the counters. We just couldn't hook it up together. So we had the diffusal for the juicer, but we just kept getting jumped. I think we didn't group up and take the fight to them enough. They kept getting a jump on us, and as soon as that happens, it's like I'm TPing into the middle of it, and I just die.
Yeah,
And then, yeah, as you say, it just kind of the dominoes fall. Then, isn't it? You're already too late. You're
yeah, I
getting
think that's
jumped
fair.
on.
You guys looked pretty good, and you were doing quite well. You maybe just were lacking a bit of farm in certain like areas of your team, and then
Yeah,
I don't know, something seemed to click in Bernard almost. They
yeah, they just like suddenly switched on. We're like, oh,
They genuinely
we
did.
lose
They
now.
banded together, and it started being like every single time there would be this great route from Bernard Sorcerer on the Medusa, and then Dor would pop the global silence, and someone would just be stood in this route going,
Oh yeah,
just like with their hands like, I don't know what I'm gonna do now, like, and then
yeah.
Humperdinck
The
started getting a
silence
couple of
was-
like big ults, and yeah,
I mean, it were a few items. I mean, where we got the BKB on PA and stuff. Like they all
Yeah,
coincided with the same like level 12
Yeah.
on Monkey, all that kind of stuff. And at some point, you just ran out of damage. You just ran out of like you needed to push your advantage way more. And as you said, you got caught a few times, and that stopped your momentum
Yeah.
just enough.
I think I've forgotten about the global silence as well, and that was brutal. So basically, they had enough damage to kill us whilst global silence was up and their BKBs were up.
yeah.
So we just couldn't do anything. And once they had enough
Yeah.
damage to kill us before we got a chance to, then yeah, kind of like it's over then.
Yeah, that's game one.
Yeah, I think it's rough you saying like you had the counters, but you guys had a lot of good like control and team fight, but then they had global silence.
Yeah,
They had the
Exactly.
shush man, and then also like you had Witch Doctor and they had AoE stuns. Like yeah, I think it just came out a bit rough
The
once they started
stupid
working out what they could do.
reverberating silence or whatever is so
Oh, it's
dumb,
insane.
man. Like,
We were
oh, you're
wondering,
silenced. Oh, I've got a dispel. Oh no, I'm still silenced. Oh,
we were talking about in the draft when they picked the silencer. So we were saying about like, oh, you get a manta, you dispel it, and then we were both like, oh no, you can't because reverberating silence, it's coming back at you.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's so dumb. It's so
The
stupid.
second one is shorter there, but it's a bit painful to play against Silencer. You brought Bandit out second game. Quite the
Yeah,
right
we didn't
decision.
want to do that again.
Yeah,
What was,
I think
what
that's
was the conversation like between the two games? Was there like did you like analyze what went wrong, and did you like decide okay we're just gonna go later, we're just gonna pick heroes that can go late, or
To be honest, there wasn't much chat between the games. I think we were all pretty upset at the taking the L on that one. So we're just like, yeah, we got Global Silence, we got PA, we got Monkey Kings. Just ban that and then do something different the next game.
Okay.
Which you did. You guys really did. You know,
We
you
did.
came out with that silencer ban. You did you ban what? Did you ban anything else that was in the previous game? I think you banned the Monkey King at some point, but I don't think it was too early.
Oh yeah, we did. We banned the Monkey King later on. Yeah, we were torn between banning the Monkey King and the PA.
Yeah.
So we banned the Monkey King, and then they banned the PA, so it's fine.
Did you when this first pick Husker came out? What was like? Was it were you instantly like, okay, this is going mid? Because you instantly then picked your mid Necrophos against it, which I was
Well,
like, you're taking a bait here if this is 3 or 4.
The thought was they banned AA, so
Mhm.
that's down. You need something to counter Husker, otherwise he's just going to run at you. So we're like, well, Necro counters it, and
Mhm.
Scotty plays Necro, so we picked it.
But if
That was-
if this is like a wild support Husker, didn't Scotty just get ruined? Like, were you not at all worried about that?
Well, we could have put Necro in the off lane instead, and then picked
Okay.
something different for mid.
Yeah.
Is kind of our feeling with the Wraith King as well. We could have played him off.
I thought it worked out pretty well
then
when you first
Everything
picked
was
the
kind
Necro.
of like a flex pick.
Yeah, when you first picked the Necro, I thought it might have been off lane, and then you picked Wraith King, and it's like you can really pick whatever you want for your last pick here.
Yeah.
But they picked the AM, and you guys had last pick, like final pick.
On the AM final pick? Oh no, man.
No.
No, it was the Legion.
Was there any other options? Sylar badmouthed this Legion, I'll have you know. Not me, I have full faith in the Legion. I'm a
well,
Legion
to be
enjoyer.
fair, as I said, we flex picked the other two cores, so we weren't really sure where they were going. I think we were looking for a P1. We were going to put the Wraith King off lane and the Necro mid.
Yeah.
And then that came out, and we're like, well, again, Legion counters AM, and Kamai can play Legion, but you don't want to play it safe lane, and I'm happy to play Wraith King in the safe lane, so we just switched it back around, and that was that. It was not much thought for giving it to it. It's a counter. We pick it. Do it.
No, well, it clearly worked out. I mean, it was a very rough lane, I'll be honest, but I think we were pretty confident. Here in the casting booth. I don't know where we are. The casting room. We were pretty confident that once you got that blade mail, things would turn around for your Legion commander, and they definitely did. And funnily enough, we kept saying, well, I kept saying that you shut down this AM, and then I thought about you guys really didn't. It was really weird. The AM was still massively ahead on farm. He's so high on net worth. The issue was it went AM, then your 3 cores, and then the rest of their team or something.
Yeah.
Like, it was. The rest of them were.
That's
were
just
sort
what
of
AM does, right? He gets Battle Fury and he hits the jungle.
He farms.
He had a 30-minute. He had a 30-minute Battle Fury. He had a really good lane, but
phenomenal.
The pick was.
Well, I said this when you guys picked the clock, and when they picked the AM, its clock is rough into AM.
Yeah.
Because he blinks away, he takes away your mana, so you can't do anything.
Yeah. I think for us, it was like, whatever the AM does, we've just, he just kills himself fast as the Legion, right? It's just, you get the duel off, it's just dead faster.
It was quite fun. There was a duel in the bot lane at one point, and I was watching it, and I was like, I don't know if he's going to kill him. He might not have the damage. But then, as Kamaya's mana ticked down, and the AM started doing more damage into the blade mail, he did. He fully killed himself. He built up more damage to kill himself.
Yeah.
So,
Kamaya
was very well.
I'm thinking about it now. I'm probably the worst person to come for an interview because I was just in the jungle the whole time.
Having a great time.
I have no idea what happened in this game, but I remember Kamaya getting a couple of duels just on his own.
There were a decent couple of stuns. There was some very, let's say, brave charges at the enemy team solo. I think your first death, or at least your first death once you'd got your ult. You went down. Did you choose not to reincarnate there, or did you not realize you had 20 charges on a stick?
I did. I genuinely did this time.
We believe you.
I had Scotty telling me to put my one, and I was like, no, I've just died twice, so yeah, I decided not to.
It was the correct choice because your team had completely abandoned you.
If your team
Yeah.
had been running in, see, I'd have been screaming at my. I feel like if I actually, I say I'd have been screaming at my team to come in. I wouldn't have realized I had a 20 charge stick. I'd have just.
The thing is, I was holding on to that for the longest time. That those 20 stick charges because I was like, against the AM, this is how I stay alive. I have no other choice. But I was running away from everyone, so there was no chance for them to get close to me on that occasion.
This is how we win the game, not with a radiance and more damage, but with a 20 charge stick.
Yeah,
Did
exactly.
you got your desk, you got your black, your BKB, or did you get the axe first? You got the axe first.
I
right?
went Deso Deso Axe, yeah, Deso Axe.
So the axe is this just what you normally do, or is this just an active decision that based on the draft? Because I wasn't really understanding it.
I didn't think about it too much. I was in a lane and I was like, oh, I've got a bunch of gold. I was like, oh, I could get a radiance, and then I remembered Scott was probably getting a radiance. So I was like, oh, I get a Deso. It's a thinking Deso. And then at the point I finished the Deso, our team was getting killed quite a bit in the top lane. So I was like, oh, I get an Axe, and then we can make something happen. But by the time I got the Axe, I think I only popped on like 2 heroes.
No,
so...
the axe was unfortunate, and not because of you, but because Dirambong kept trying to heal people when they were about to die, but then they would die in the Wyvern heal. And then, like, 3 seconds of their 5.5 seconds of Wraith form were trapped in Wyvern heal, so they couldn't actually do that much.
I would say both Braxy and Dirambong got some absolutely monumental saves on Kamaya as well. So
yeah.
Sure.
But Dirambong, I think Dirambong definitely got Wraith formed. Braxy got Wraith formed at one point. I know Kamaya got Wraith formed because I was screaming, "Cast your spells!"
Please, lads, cast your spells.
I did the really toxic thing of click on him after he died and go, all of his cooldowns are up. What is he doing?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't argue with a man who's got 290 dual damage. So
you can. He just might hit you in the face and you'll feel bad. But you guys had a couple of great games. They were very fun to cast.
Yeah,
Did you guys have fun with at least 2 fun games?
We had a great time.
Even the loss.
It was. It felt in this tournament we're generally at the bottom end of things, so it felt like we got 2 decent games from Bernard.
This was a prestigious game. Level. This was Bernard's first win of the tournament. I'm impressed, and I think they did it very well. To be fair, like you guys weren't easy to beat that game at all, like by any stretch.
We gave him a good run in. I think
you did. You gave him a good challenge.
Yeah. Yeah, they had to bring it back, as same as we did in the second game. So, yeah.
Well, right. Thank you very much. We'll kick you out to swap you out for a Bernard member.
Thank you for casting.
Thank you for going. No, pleasure. All right, let's get a Bernard boy. I don't know who we're getting. Well, there was Penn's here. I was going to say there was only 2 of them in their team call still, and then I looked back up and I went, oh, there's only 1 of them now, but that's because Penn's made his way in here. Hello, Penn.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hello.
I'm doing good. How about you?
Yeah, not too bad. How does it feel? First win. You've done it. You've done it. You're not finishing.
I know. I got to be honest. It feels real good. That first win really just put the energy into
I think it should. Honest, like I haven't watched a lot of your other games because you guys seem to play in the wee hours of the morning, but it felt like you guys really came together that game.
Yeah, I think our other games you kind of lost a lot because we haven't played much together,
Yeah,
but I think we're starting to kind of get our groove a bit.
Yeah, no, I mean, even at the start of that game wasn't there, but then I mean, I was just saying this to Obnot, so I mean, apologies to chat who are now going to hear it like 4 times the stream, but it felt like you guys, were you were playing fine, and then, I mean, I'm going to describe this as this really fantastical sort of coming together of spirit and hero here, and then Sila's going to tell me it was just because you guys bought a BKB and a blink, but I'm going to stick with my version of events. You guys really came together and started like really cohesively fighting. Like you'd get a catch on the Medusa, the big silence would come out at the start of the fight, then Ing would come Humperdinck with a fucking raging Echo Slam, and then just clean up with your other 2 cores. Like it was on it, I think it was really well executed multiple times.
I'm not quite sure which game he was watching, but
It
there was some of that.
It was lovely. It was lovely.
Yeah, I think we were pretty good at like. I think we also had pretty good like team fight spells that kind of helped, like with like Monkey King and stuff, could just kind of create an area.
Yeah, silencer, Monkey King, Shaker.
I think the silencer, we had pretty good communication with like silencer since it's global, so it's pretty good at being able to just be like, all right, we're going now. And so everything's solved.
Who worked out that if Monkey King just put his Wukongs down around the portal every time it showed up, that Obnot would always arrive and die?
I gotta be honest, I didn't realize I was doing that.
Oh,
I
God.
kind of would just put it down in the middle of the fight.
I thought that was one of the best
cool.
bits of the game. That was one of the most impressive things.
Well, I would be like, I would know he's coming and put it around his pit, you
Yeah.
know, but I didn't like, yeah, so I'd always focus the pit because everyone's fighting the pit anyways, so.
No,
I mean, you put it where the fighters, and Underlord is generally where the fighters.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was what ended up happening. Was you'd come through the portal, you'd kill him, and then a lot of their front line was gone, and I guess Atrophy Aura and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I think I also like really focused the Underlord because as soon as he was gone, everyone just kind of ran away. Bloodseeker AA just kind of just pick off.
Did you ever at any point, because that was one critic, like I really liked what you did in that game. This on both games you. Like you're probably one of the most active mids I've seen in one of these casts, which is pretty damn good. Like that's the high quality gameplay. But did you at any point in the first game consider buying a BKB? Because I was like, dude, just get a BKB. It's so risky what you do.
I was thinking about it, and I was kind of like, no, that's too simple. That's just too basic. We need to go with something else.
Actually, I think it's fine.
Boring, you know what I mean?
I think we can turn Sila's logic against him here. Sila, do you remember earlier when you were saying don't buy save items on Clockwork because by making the plays, you're making the save?
Yeah.
Well, by buying more damage items on the Monkey King, you kill the enemies so they can't cast their spells, so you don't need a BKB because they're already dead.
Exactly. I'm not
So you
wasting my money.
you become spell immune by removing the spellcasters.
Well, the fact was you became spell immune because of global silence. That was
that also helped a lot.
That helped.
You know, the other games I bought BKB and I was like, no, I need to do something different.
I mean, it worked. I can't blame it.
I think we've worked it out here that Sila's wrong and you were right. BKB sucks. Screw BKB. Boring item.
It's boring. We need excitement.
I have to say, this mysterious character. You guys turned up and you've picked Silencer in the first game and AM in the second game. Will you sleep tonight?
Oh yeah. A little controversial, but you know.
Oh, it's scummy. I'll say it. It's scummy. Silencer.
Well, we lost with the Animate, so, you know.
He's the BKB of heroes. Like, he's just boring. He just goes, you know what, guys? I don't think you should cast spells. Let's not have fun. Let's just, let's all settle down.
You're talking to a husky picker, is it?
Well,
I'm more accepting of that.
It was a team decision. We were like, all right, first pick Husker. Let's try it out.
Although the fact they gave Husker a silence is dumb. But yeah, let's not get into that.
I mean, Falcus just has a raging hate boner for Silencer for some reason, which I understand the AM hate, but honestly,
I don't hate AM as much as Silencer. I hate Silencer with a passion.
Silencer is very annoying,
and the fact they gave him the double silence, like, come on, just someone at Valve, fuck off.
You get rid of it once, it's come back. There's no way to get rid of it.
Like, someone at Valve is just very unhappy in their life, and like they want to put that on everybody else.
Honestly, if you ever struggle with the silence, just pick heroes and just blast them away before you can get anything off.
Or you don't need spells. Play a hero that doesn't need spells.
For example.
One last question about game one.
Yeah.
Bernard Humperdinck. I have to clarify Humperdinck. It's like I've got a full name, everyone, because you've got Bernard Sorcerer and Bernard Humperdinck. Actually, I've got two questions, but I'll ask the proper one first. He was at one point building a blade mail. Now, I know Bernard, I think he's the lowest rank on your team. Did he come to the idea that he should get the blink instead on his own, or did someone say you really need a blink?
No, so we were like, no, you need to get a blink. You should get a blink
fair.
first. I think Dor was like, no, you need to get a blink.
The blink did some great work.
Blink was crazy.
I'm not sure Dor should be giving advice on builds, given that game 2 we saw him trying to rush a refresher.
Yeah.
Game 2 was a disaster.
And he bought the recipe and just advertised it in his backpack. Like that felt rough. But fair's fair. But no, I mean that blink did work. And then we had said, like, when we saw him building the blade mail, I think Sala and I were both like, this doesn't seem great. Like, if anyone's gonna get a blade mail on your team, it's gonna be him, but not on the support. Like, he's not gonna have enough health for it. And then later on, we saw him. You guys were pushing high ground on the bot lane, and I think he played mailed down Kamaya as a chief.
At minute 40, at level 22 support, after a lot of fights, he at that some point the 20-minute blade mail got the HP pool to actually do the damage.
It pays off. You get those early items, you become a core late game,
Yeah. Well, it meant they couldn't take him down, and you guys were pushing a Rax. And as I said to Sila, if they win off this, then the blade mail was the right item. So
the fact is, at that point, he could have bought any item and it would have been fine because it was so far ahead already. It's like in the second game, the Opnod could just buy an axe and it wasn't a problem because he was already ahead. There was no problem.
But anyway, let's talk about game 2. So you had your big win, and then maybe a little humbled once more.
You got cocky with Husker. So it was a team decision to first pick Husker. Was it decided before the draft or just in the draft on impulse?
Oh yeah, I think this was decided a little before the draft. We were like, we're gonna first pick Husker.
I like it. I think it's bold.
And it came to a team decision a little bit. Obviously, it was mine to be like the final decision because I would be the one playing it. But it was like, no, we're gonna try it out.
So from the get-go, this was you picking Husker mid. There was no, like, maybe this is a 3, maybe this is a 4. This is first picking Husker, and it's
100% mid.
Oh God, I hate it even more.
Yeah, I kind of regret not getting rid of that Necrophos, but
you can't ban everything that can, does it?
Exactly.
You killed him in lane. You did well there.
I know. Early game, I was doing pretty good, so I wasn't feeling too bad. But
we were really impressed with the early game. Like you were winning the lane. You got a kill. You then went top. Got a kill, went back mid, then went straight back top, got another 2 kills, I think. Oh no, one of them denied to the neutral.
You did everything you have to do as a Husker, right? You dominated the early game and enabled your core.
Yeah.
But now, the most important question, who was the MVP for GFG here? Who made the call to pick AM?
Who made the call to pick AM? Who was it? I think it was kind of a split decision between Rami was talking about it, Dor was talking about it. I think I kind of mentioned it. But
was there anything else in
to those two.
Yeah. Was there anything else in the pool? Like any other ideas floating around
Juggernaut, there? Juggernaut was in the pool a little bit. PA
was unbanned as well.
Drow was also kind of an idea there.
I think Drow could have been.
That was banned. That was 100%.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
But
yeah,
there was. It also maybe consider in the future. But maybe learn from this. You don't have to last pick your one.
Rami's in the Discord saying that no need to cover for him. It was his pick. It was apparently AM versus Jug, and he went AM. Which is, I mean, sometimes you do just get this where the hero pool sort of dragged down a lot. There's a lot to deal with on the enemy team. Like they've got the jump on clock. Obviously, you didn't know what they were going to last pick. It might have changed if you picked something else, but a Blink Blade Mail Legion is always going to be a bit risky for whatever pos one you pick. Generally.
Oh yeah.
I think Slark was already out as well. Someone banned Slark both games. Like
I would have obviously
what's better here, Sila? What would you have preferred?
I would have loved if they just put the Underlord 1. They had already picked the Underlord. They saw that it's bad. You saw that it was bad on 3 on the first game.
He's been crying about Underlord 1 all night. Underlord showed up and he went, I hope it's 1. And I said, it's going to be 3, Sila.
I've been, one of those beefy boys being like a core. I've been really tempted to pick Elder Titan mid. That's one thing I've done. I kind of want to try it. But...
I think that can be good. I've seen it done. I've seen the Elder Titan core, like the Elder Titan mid done is good. Elder Titan with a Echo Saber.
Oh yeah, and I remember I was like playing my first game in this tournament, and I was like playing super safe, and my brothers would watch this, and he's like, "No, you got to go back to being just like, get in there." I was like, "All right."
Yeah, I think some people come into a tournament like this and they start trying to play seriously, and like they're thinking what's in the meta and what do we need to make sure we've got on our team and all this stuff. And if everyone just plays heroes that they like, at least at the end of the day, you're probably going to have fun.
Yeah, exactly. And you kind of just do yourself out there.
If you then also win or do well, then it's great because you've done something fucking ridiculous.
Honestly, in both games, you played really well. Like I think both of your heroes suited you really well. The early rotations were there. I feel like it came down to drafts that weren't really your fault. Like the first pick in Husker is fucking crazy, but it you still made it work. You still got really good gold and enabled your one. It was then the problem of the one pick that spiraled it down. But,
yeah,
also,
I was being.
did you ever consider any other three than Underlord? Because like, it really like those two like you had a decent core pick, you played it decently, but the other two cores were just so weak. It was just so.
Yeah,
I
I
also-
think it kind of just. Sorry.
I was just
No,
gonna say, I
no,
also think it was a difficult Knicks game.
Yeah,
So,
we were
yeah,
kind of hoping the Knicks would potentially hit the Necrophist a little bit, or just make some room with
Yeah.
like Legion or someone. Kind of just make some room.
I think Bernard got. Sorry, I have to full name again. Bernard Humperdinck got some good catches on it. I think just like target wise, it's a little slim. I don't know if Shaker was still in the pool. That could have maybe been helpful because he didn't have a lot of stuns or catch.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then it comes on like the magic damage with like the Necrophos and stuff, just being able to get through.
Yeah.
Maybe we can ask this and clear this up. What do if you call for one of your Bernards in game? What do you call them? Like if you want a Bacon or Bernard, what do you say?
Because we
I
know him as
kinda
Bacon
refer to-
Sorcerer originally, but
I call him Bacon, or I just say Sorcerer. Usually, Bernard Humperdinck is we just call him Bernard.
if
But-
you say Bernard or Bernard, it's Bernard
Yeah.
Humperdinck. It's never
yeah.
Bacon.
is there this is what I was going to ask before. Is there a syllables cap that I wasn't aware of, or like a total length of names for the tournament? Because you guys have got Pen, very short, Door, very short, Rami, still in the short area, and then Bernard Humperdinck and Bernard Sorcerer. Like,
We
it's
said
got
together
the
in this,
absolute extremes.
Honestly, one of the best name teams so far. I like all of the names. They're great. I feel like maybe a bit what's it called? Uninspirational with the team name itself, but
But that's
it's also funny. It's also
that's
quite
what
funny.
true
represents the
inspiration
soul.
is.
It's the soul of our team.
I'm upset you
is.
didn't go with the other logo. I have to say, I did like the other logo.
The dog?
Yeah, the Bernard the bear.
Oh, it's a bear.
It's a bear. Yeah.
That was a dog.
It must be a European thing or a British thing. Oh. But no, very well played tonight. Yeah, really enjoyed both the games. I think you guys played really well.
Thank you.
Yeah, something went wrong in that second game. I'm not sure if we've even pinpointed it really.
I have no idea.
I'm sure I have. I have no idea.
I don't know. I think it's
it's just-
broader than like. I don't think the AM was necessarily the problem. I think it's broader than that.
Yeah, I think a little bit was just like not playing as well as a team as we could have been, but
Yeah.
It's gonna get there.
Because up until about, I think, probably about 36 minutes, Rami was still the most farmed in the game.
Mm.
Yeah, if you have the most farm and you're still losing, it's probably not your playstyle fault. It's probably you're here.
Okay, I guess I know what you're saying with that. Yeah, okay. I thought you were going to say it's your team's fault, so I thought that was mean. So I guess off the back of that, all we've got to say is great job, Pen. Great job to the rest of the team. And Rami, buck your ideas up, sort your shit, and get good.
Thank you.
Great play,
you.
great play game one. All
I
of you
mean,
great
I
play game
expect
one.
more from a top 10 Purge gamer. That's all I'm saying.
Don't
thank
ask. Don't ask.
you.
Just. Good night.
Have a good one, you guys.
Catch you later. GG's. Right. Well, yeah, I think we've had quite long interviews there. I think if we're all happy, we'll call it a night. I really enjoyed those games tonight. I felt really tired after the first one. Don't get me wrong, but like the second one was a bit shorter, which was nice. I think that was it was very very respectful of the lads to shorten the second game for us. But no, well, thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in for this GFG cast. If you want to watch any more GFG Invitational events, speak to Scotty, I suppose. There's a link for my Discord down below. If you join that and you want, I can direct you to the GFG. Just if you've somehow randomly come across this. Otherwise, I stream Dota sometimes. Thank you, by the way, Braxy, for the follow. If anyone else wants to follow. Very rarely, I stream playing Dota. More commonly, I stream casting Dota. And every so often, I do stream other stuff. We're supposed to be doing a Baldur's Gate run once a week, and that has been on pause for about a month now due to various people being away. It's just poor timing. Yeah. Do you want to plug anything, Styler?
You've even lost your rank. You haven't played ranked forever.
Oh, my rank is gone. I need to do some solo ranked at some point, but I've just been
Go into hell.
I've been so drained and depressed recently that I think if I take too much of a knock in solo ranked, maybe the fucking end of me. So Dota is a rough thing. Anyway, do you want to plug anything? You got anything?
Not really. I've myself had a rough spell of games where I lost a crisp, clean 800 MMR.
Are you still immortal, or are you a fake now?
Yeah, I've got easy enough to still be immortal, but I've clawed back 300 of it. But
I don't think I'm even on a. I don't think I'm even quite on a loss streak anymore. Okay, I've still got quite a few losses, but why do all of these say practice? What the fuck has happened here? Oh no, that's when I was checking the logos. That does make sense. Sorry, I was checking our funky fresh banners on FGF. Anyway, I'll stop rambling. I do it every time. Thank you, everybody, and good night. I'm waving at my camera like it's on. Bye, guys.